Very good evening to all of you. Very warm welcome to the monthly course demo webinar. So this webinar we post it towards the end of every month, primarily talking about our embedded systems course. So typically we host this, use it as a joint webinar. Myself and my colleague Mubin, who is also a technology head, co-host this particular webinar. But unfortunately, he is not well today. As you can see, we are in Bangalore. People, Bangaloreans would agree with me. It's raining like crazy. A lot of viral infection is happening, right? He's sick, so he will not be able to make it. But no worries, I have can cover it up for him. So throughout the session, I'll be hosting, right? So this particular webinar we host every month, primarily to give you guys an overview about our embedded systems course. So before we get into the course, we talk about the core job, where are the jobs are trending to, what are the latest job related news, because as you can see, still the recession stories are not yet completed, right? Still a lot of companies are laying off people, or people who got the joining offer letter has not got the joining dates, etc. So in this scenario, it's very naturally worried that you may be worried about like your career, how the job market is going to look like, will I be able to get a job, etc. So we'll address that part. Second, we'll get into the course part or the technical part of it, which typically my colleague Mubin covers, but no worries, today I will cover it up. Mainly we discuss about how the course is going to get delivered, especially in the online mode, because when I say embedded systems, that was a 6 months course getting delivered online, placement oriented course. I'm pretty sure you all have a lot of questions, so we'll discuss and address all your queries. That's the second part. So third part, again, we'll come back and discuss about the placement process and how the placement works. We'll walk you through our Google group, how you can apply for placements, when the placements will begin, etc., etc. Right? So basically, there are three sections to the webinar. One, first we'll understand the job market, job trends, where the job setting, should we be worried about recession, etc., etc. High level context setting. Second, we'll get into the technical aspects of the course, how the course in Emertxe, the embedded systems course, is going to get delivered. Third, we'll come back and again look into the placements from the process point of view, when you can apply, how long you can apply, etc., etc. Right? So those three are the sections planned for today. So the protocol is very simple. Please keep your audio and video in mute mode. Any questions are there, please feel free to type it in the chat window. I will take a look and then I'll answer. So we'll try to answer all the questions towards by the end of the webinar. Even though we have stipulated time of 2 hours, it is not necessary that I need to complete within 2 hours, because I want to ensure that let it not make it as like time bound thing. Rather, we ensure that all your questions and queries are answered to my best of the abilities possible. So feel free to ask any questions that you may come across. After every section, I'll pause by and take questions, and then we but you don't need to wait, right? Like Banu, your questions are reaching me. Yes, that's a chat window, right? So you can anytime I'm presenting, I'm walking through some slides, any question that comes in your mind, you don't need to wait. Just go ahead and type it in the chat window. Time to time we can stop and then we can take your questions, right? So that's going to be the idea. And towards the end, we can even spend some exclusive time to answer your questions. So that's going to be the pattern. So with that note, can we go ahead and start the webinar? Can I get some go ahead from all of you? I want see some energy in the room. Shall we go ahead and start the webinar? Yeah, okay. Mustafa, Abdullah, Fatima, okay, Jacob, Shubham, Hitesh, Kartika, Sneha, Keetana, Yugender, Roshan, Banu, Vanaja. Great. Thanks a lot, right? So one more quick question before I start. There are two questions. Can you please type me which year of pass out you are from? Which year did you pass out your engineering? Your year of pass out, please. Yeah, 22, 23, 21. Okay, largely 23. I'm even seeing 25, 24s are coming, and even I'm seeing 2015. Right, some of you. Okay, 18. Okay, the larger chunk I'm seeing 23. Great, no problem. Okay. Second question to all of you: can you please tell me which place you are joining this webinar from? Which place? Don't type state name. Like say, don't say Kerala. Type the place name and then say Kerala. Pune, Bangalore, Pune, Solapur, Bangalore, Shimoga, Palakkad. Wow, it's running very fast. Okay, Jharkhand, Kerala, again Vadra, Amravati, Sangli, Solapur, Tamil Nadu, Bangalore, then Tirupati, Karikudi, Ongole, Pathanamthitta, okay, Hosur, Kolhapur, again Kolhapur, okay, Jharkhand, I could see Gurgaon, very nice. I think Pathanamthitta, Delhi, Gurgaon, fantastic. Okay. Anybody from far eastern part of India, West Bengal, Odisha, Assam? Anybody? Kurnool, Andhra Pradesh. Okay. Anybody from the eastern part of the country? Not yet, looks like. Okay. Anybody from outside India? Anyone? Because we do get students who are from outside India, and this timeline, especially for people who are based out of Europe, Middle East, and Africa, this timeline works out for them. Anybody from outside India? Doesn't seem so. All right, great. So we have very good representation from northeast, not east, northwest, and southern part of India. Hope somebody from the eastern India will join soon. Okay, let me put the presentation to this, slide into the presentation mode. So it's a course demo webinar, and today is 24th July. On behalf of Team Emertxe, my name is Jayakumar. I'll also introduce myself shortly. Okay. So what are we going to do today, right? First part is about introduction, right? So many of you know about us, but it's my responsibility to introduce my organization and myself. So we are an edtech company. Our company name is Emertxe. Again, this becomes quite challenging for many of them. People say Emertxe, etc. So the way to pronounce it, Emertxe, or if you want to remember easily, it's a reverse of the word extreme. So we are an edtech company. We have been in this education field for almost 20 years. We started in the year 2003. So we've been focusing on three technology areas. I would say we started with embedded systems from the beginning, but later we diversified into IoT and full stack web development. So currently we have three technology areas targeting two segment of people. So what are these two segment of people? Are there three segment of people, right? So who are these three segment of people? So students who are in their college, preferably final year or pre-final year, who wanted to get into a core company. Core means core electronics, core embedded, semiconductor, electric vehicle, robotics, telecommunication. So this type of a companies, whomever they want to, they take this course. And if you look at these students, predominantly they are online students because they do the classes, their college classes. Along with that, they sign up online and they do it. By the way, this course is delivered both online and offline. There's a question from Adnan, right? This is both delivered online and offline. Students do come to Bangalore and then they take up this course to our center. And then people take it from different parts of the country and even outside India as well, right? So, so that's one set of audience. The second set of audience are the, again, engineering students who completed their engineering and looking for the first job. They might not have got a job. And even if you look at these days, they got a job, but they did not get joining letters, right? Sorry, joining dates. They got an offer letter. Probably a company came and visited them in the campus or off campus or cool campus, whatever you can call. They got an offer letter, but they did not get a joining date. So we have a lot of students coming from that category as well. Then the third category of people are the working professionals. So who are these working professionals who got into basically a job, but the job is not meeting their aspirations? For example, somebody is an electronics engineer, but he or she went and joined a marketing and sales job, right? Or somebody has become an academician, right? Or somebody went and become a technical support type of a profile, or they got into IT services companies, right? So these type of students typically we see in the range of 0 to 3 years or 0 to 4 years kind of experienced people. So they also take up these courses, and what we call them as, they achieve something called career transition. So they are doing profile number A, and then they kind of do a profile number B, they transition, right? So in the similar to the transitioning people, we also see people who come from a career break. Again, working professionals, they would have some work experience, but they would have taken a break due to many reasons. So for example, somebody want to prepare for a higher studies, or somebody want to basically switch over to a different technology, or due to personal reasons they taken a break, right? Typically, we see a lot of girl students who relocate to a different city, then the pregnancy break comes into picture, etc., etc. So they also come to take up these courses, upskill themselves, and they achieve what you call as career transition, right? So that's what we do. So we operate in two zones. One is the employability zone, where we help people to get into the first job, and people who are not happy with their first job, we transition themselves, we upskill their profile, give a facelift, and then we help them to get into a better job, right? So Banu, your questions are reaching me. I will not read it out right now, right? Please keep coming, right? I'm seeing Adnan is typing in, right? Please keep typing your questions, no worries. As I said, right, no question is a wrong question, no question is a stupid question, right? Every question is a good question. We'll answer all the questions, no worries. All of you in the webinar, please feel free to type any question that is coming in your mind. Okay, Banu has started a good trend. I request all of you to continue, please, right? So that's what we do. So 3 technology areas and 2 customer segment are the 3 customer segments whom we target. And any program that we do, we make the training program hands-on. As you can see the pot there, you can only learn a pot making when you make your hands dirty, right? So you cannot say, I will learn it from theory, or I will watch some video and learn, right? You have to make your hands dirty. So that's what we do. Any education program that we run, we make it 70-30, 70% practical and 30% theory, and to ensure that the learners get a maximum takeaway. So this is what we do as an organization. Okay. So let me also introduce our leadership team and myself, right? This is about our leadership team. 3 of us are part of our Emertxe leadership team. Mr. Mas, who is the managing director and founder of Emertxe, is the one who started Emertxe in the year 2003. And I have my colleague Mubin. As I said, unfortunately, he could not join today. He's our technology head. He leads the entire team of trainers. By the way, we are about 150 people, company. Predominantly, people are in the instructor side. I would say, almost like 70-80 people, or even more than that. They are mentors or instructors, right? So that's what Mubin heads the entire training of the technical delivery department. And in let me briefly introduce myself. My name is Jayakumar. People who don't know me, so I have more than 20 years of work experience. So my career can be divided into 2 pieces. The first piece was more than in the area of typical corporate ladder, where I started my career with a startup company called Ishoni Networks, and then I worked there for about 2 years, working on the broadband networking area, working on the routing protocols and the routing device that we were building on. Then subsequently, I moved on to HP Hewlett Packard, where I spent about 7.5 years working on HP's inkjet printer firmware. As you know, HP makes a lot of different printers. So I was part of the inkjet printer, which we use it typically in our home. And I was part of the connectivity and networking team, because since I came from my networking background in my first company, I continued there. Worked on different layers, like for example, device driver layer, middleware, operating system, network abstraction layer, network application layer, etc. So I grew in HP over a period of 7.5 years, played different roles like engineer, senior engineer, lead engineer, etc. Then finally, I became a project and program manager for a project called Cloud Print, where we aim to connect the printer directly into the cloud. Those days were like about 12, 13 years back, where the cloud computing was gaining momentum. Of course, today everything is connected to cloud, right? If internet goes down, everything goes down, right? So, but those were the initial days where we are working on a project, very ambitious project of connecting the printer directly into the cloud, right? So that was my last assignment with HP, and then I quit HP and I joined Huawei Technologies. Huawei, many of you would know, it is a Chinese telecommunication company. And when I joined there, there was a lot of product lines that Huawei was having, right from a small 4G or a 5G dongle to 4G dongle to all the way up to telecommunication routers. So one initiative that they were doing was that all these devices were running a different type of operating system. Some were running some homegrown legacy operating systems. Some were running real-time operating systems like QNX, ThreadX, etc. And few of them are running in the operating system of Linux, right? So there was an initiative going on in Huawei where they want to unify and run all the products in Linux. So I was a senior manager, group manager in Huawei, where I had a team size of about 60 people, which includes senior engineers, lead engineers, project managers, development managers, test managers, etc. So where my team was responsible for the entire Linux portfolio, so which includes, for example, technology research and open source research, bringing in some features and develop them as a part of our main releases. Then these releases will go to customize and release this Linux to various product lines. And finally, you go and support those releases with the help of bug fixing, etc. So I was leading the entire Linux portfolio for about 3.5 years. So that kind of 12.5 years I spent with these 3 companies, and I always decided what next, right? What do I want to do next in my career? So I was really passionate about education, where I believe education is one transformative force which can bring in a lot of changes, not only as an individual, to our families and largely as a country, right? So that was my passion. So Emertxe, as you all know, as I said, it was started in 2003 by Mas, and he's a good friend of mine. So I always had plans to come to Emertxe because I want to do something on my own, and especially in the field of education. I come from a family of educationalists, all my close-knit family members, including my mother, aunts, uncles, right, both my grandfathers. So tons of them are from the teaching background. So I thought, why don't I combine what I learned as a training, right, as a profession, as an engineering, combined with what comes naturally in my blood called teaching or education. Why don't we, make something out of it, right? So that's where I quit my corporate career in the year 2013 and joined as a full-time leadership team member in Emertxe. In Emertxe, I played various roles. It's been almost like 10th year for me now. Initially, I was part of the technical team. Primarily, me and Mubin used to be the instructors teaching all the students. He used to teach some subjects. I used to teach some subjects along with a small team. Then we grew. Then we also kind of diversified. As I said, around 80, 90 people are there in the mentoring department itself. So we built a huge team, which currently continues to head. Then I moved on. From the beginning, I've been handling placements, and after that, I also taken the responsibility of driving all the outbound programs. For example, webinars like this, induction classes. We run a lot of internship programs, right? The embedded internship, IoT internship, campus ambassador programs, right? So all these outbound programs that I run. Okay. So that's about brief about our organization and about myself. And for me personally, coming to every month and doing this webinar, it is not at all interesting, right? It becomes very boring. Same slide. If you go and look into past videos also, right? I'm repeating the same thing, right? But what motivates me? What gives me the energy to show up every month and run this webinar? It is you people. So when I say you people, the participants of the webinar is my biggest motivation. Why? Because of the type of questions you ask, right? You can see already Tirupati Sahu has asked, Subramanya Bhagwat has asked, Abdullah has asked, right? So when I look into this, right, the slides wise, you see here and there, we do some minor modifications between one webinar to another webinar, but pretty much the content remains the same. Right? But what makes it interesting for me is the type of questions that you guys ask, right? Sometimes people ask very, very challenging ones. Sometimes repeated questions will come. Sometimes tricky questions will come. So the Q&A is what I enjoy. As I sincerely hope this webinar participants, I think we're about 150 plus people in the room right now. Hope you all have the same type of energy and the enthusiasm like how our past webinar batches have had. And we'll make it as interactive as possible. So my idea is not to run through slides saying that, hey, these things that anyways, that way I can share the slide with you guys and then go ahead, right? My idea is not that. To ensure that you guys, learn and get the maximum takeaway. And then, ask as many questions as possible so that, right, in the end also I'll repeat, right, you make the right decision for your career. Okay. So please note, my goal is not to say, this is the embedded course, this is the best course, you should only do this course. No. Okay, that is not at all the idea. My idea is to present you guys with as many information as possible, both a generic market related information and also a specific course related information, present it to you guys and then let you decide, because you guys are the decision maker for your career. For example, I cannot take decision for your career, right? And vice versa. You are the ultimate decision maker for your career. So my responsibility is to give you guys with the right set of information. Often what we see, one of the other motivation for this webinar is that there is a lot of myth in the market, right? When I meet students every webinar, right, and they've been programmed in a wrong way, or incorrect information. Or what happens in India, right? I always say there is a lot of self-appointed experts are there, right? They want to show that they know something, right? So because of this, there is a lot of misinformation is there. So we'll clear all of them, and by the end of the webinar, I'll assure you that you all go with a better clarity. So when clarity comes, what you make a better decision, whether you want to join this course, whether you want to join some other course, or go and do something else. That's up to you. But at least it should be clear. It should not be there in your head, right? Full noodles is running, confusion, right? We'll ensure that your confusion is clear. That's why I'm asking you, requesting you again to ask as many questions as possible, right? Again, as I type, questions continue to pour in. Kedar Patil, again, Banu is asking, Basappa Manga Suli, and then we have Mustafa Shaikh, right? So many questions are coming up. Hold on, guys, I'll come back to you, right? Let me at least cover the first section. And in case, please don't repeatedly type, some of you, right? I'll come back to you, right? Let me at least cover some more slides, okay? So that's about our team and our organization, right? And one of the unique thing and one of the very strong pillar of our organization, similar to our largest set of mentors that we have, is also about placement portfolio, right? Over the years, we built a very strong set of clients. We have more than 1,200 number of companies which have been associated with this as a part of our placement portfolio. And this is a snapshot of the portfolio, right? If you look at this portfolio, this is what we call as the core companies. When I say core companies, it's about core electronics, embedded, semiconductors, telecommunication, networking, in consumer electronics, automotive, electric vehicles, etc., etc. Right. So here you can see almost all the logos that you can think of. This is a snapshot, by the way. If you really want to know the latest one, please check out our social media or our website where the information is constantly kept updated, because from day one in Emertxe, the placement information has always been transparent. Right. Okay, you can always check out that. But this is snapshot. What you can see, some of the big logos, what you call MNC companies, like for example Qualcomm, Microchip, Infineon, LG, etc., etc. These are the organizations which we called as an MNC. And also we have a lot of big Indian companies. For example, Sasken, right? We have L&T, right? So who come and hire our students, right? And then we have a lot of mid-sized companies like InnoMinds, Libre Wireless, right? So Alif Semiconductor. There are India-based companies are there. And we are also seeing a lot of new age startups. For example, this company called Ether Energy, right? It's like a new age electric vehicle companies. There similarly, Ola Electric is also has participated in our recruitment, etc. So we have all the domains, like whatever I mentioned initially: automotive, electric vehicle, robotics, 5G networking, etc., etc. All the domain companies also there, and all the size companies also there. So, startups, mid-size organization, big companies. Again, when I say big companies, an MNC as well as an Indian arm of their division, or an India-based company like Sasken or L&T, right? So this is the portfolio. We have a solid portfolio over the years, and let me also show you the statistics, right, where these companies continue to hire our students on a very regular basis, right? So this is also some of the logos that what we have. Again, these logos keep updating. I think I recently updated it. By the time I probably talk, some new companies also keep coming. Okay, so that's about our placement client. You can see here various clients working on various domains of embedded. Okay, right. So you may even see company like TCS and Tech Mahindra, or even for that matter L&T or Data Elixir for that matter. So please note that whenever these companies, even though they appear to be doing a services type of a work, right, IT services type of work, even HCL for that matter, when they come and recruit our students, they come and recruit for the embedded vertical only. So please note, all these organizations have got a big, embedded vertical or an embedded business line. For example, L&T, right? They have a very big L&T, what do you call, a business line available with them for which they recruit. Okay? So when they hire, they will be put into those embedded projects only. Okay? So these are all some of the logos what we built over the years, and the logos continue to grow. Right? Okay. So that's about the first part, our introduction and our placement clients. Now let us spend some time, and then we'll take some questions. For example, what is happening in the job market, right? Because every day you open any type of media, be it your social media or TV, newspaper, or what is the topic going along with your friend, especially where 2023 pass out, right? Definitely we are hearing a lot of layoff newses, right? Especially if you look at the Indian startup ecosystem, right? Companies are going through difficult times because the overall the cash flow has reduced. Good number of companies are not able to raise subsequent funds from the investors, etc. Or even for that matter, even if you look at the big companies, right, they're also struggling because overall there's a slowdown. The purchasing power has come down. Consumers are not as comfortable as spending their money. They want to hold that money with them. So there's a broader sentiments which is making them hold back, right? So these are some of the things that you hear. But having said that, our segment where we are catering to our placement companies, very much intact. They're not seeing any issues. I'll also show you statistically, and I'll also explain why we are like that, right? So before that, let us try to understand some statistics, some reports, etc. So very simple way to start this entire thing is to understand the fact that today everything in this world is getting enabled with electronics or a sensor, right? For example, even if you look at a water bottle, right? You take about watch, right? You talk about shoes. I'll talk about any smart lighting solutions, right? Or any industrial solutions, right? Everything today is getting enabled. Forget about that. You talk about cars. I'm not even talking about EVs. Somebody is, Yashwant is asking about EVs. Don't go about, EVs. Even if you take the existing petrol or diesel cars, right? Is having a lot of electronics in it, right? Recently we're talking the Mahindra XUV, right? I think the 700 model, E700 or something, I don't remember, the highest end the model. Maybe some of you can correct me because I'm not very auto buff guy, but I know the 700 model where as a customer, you need to wait for minimum 18 to 24 months to get a delivery of that, right? So it is largely because the kind of electronic that goes into that vehicle. So that's one of the vehicle where good number of electronics get into that, right? So because of this, there's a huge demand for electronics, electronic components, right? So of course, when you put so many electronic components, those components cannot function on its own. So you require a smart software. That is what we call as an embedded software to drive that hardware and give the necessary experience to the user. For example, automated driver assistance system. Okay. For example, automated, industry, what we call industry 4.0, etc., are being hugely driven by the embedded software. Okay. And another interesting point as we speak, it's happening is the way how India is emerging as a not only popular for software. Just give me 1 minute. Let me go off the video. There's some ventilation issue here. Let me fix it. But I'll continue to talk. No worries, right? Let me just go off the screen. Okay, let me adjust this. So if you look at today, India is also a major, what do you call as a, just a minute. Thank you very much. So what I'm talking about is India becoming not only a software destination, it's also becoming a preferred place for manufacturing the, hardware, right? And especially when you talk about hardware, manufacturing the board, manufacturing the chipset, assembling them together, etc., has started happening, right? More number of companies are coming in investing in India. So that way, not only the software part of it, we also will be able to do the hardware part from India, which means to say it's a tremendous opportunity for us to build the entire product based out of India, right? That's something which is happening due to a lot of geopolitical situation that is existing today, right? And recently, there's a study conducted by Electronic Skill Sector Council of India or Skill India. We work with them. Right, so where they publish some job statistics here. If you look at in the year 2021 and 22, this particular segment, which is growing pretty well, so which has produced or where it was projected that 1.39 lakhs jobs are there, which is going to double or tripled in the next 3 years or so, right? So this is a very huge growth that is expected in the next 2 to 3 years, right? Similarly, 55% of the job, because when you talk about electronics, it includes manufacturing, it includes for example, the supply chain, etc. So here, what we talk about, it's more of a design job, because we are all qualified engineers. We look for a design type of a job, hardware design or software design. So 55% of these jobs are going to be from the design side. So which is a great opportunity for all of you to build a career, right? And some of the verticals to watch out, for example, electric vehicles. Obviously, somebody has already told. India is emerging as a powerful destination to build electric vehicle. Especially, I'm talking about the two-wheeler segment, right? Four-wheeler, as you all know, for the Indian road conditions, still those autonomous vehicles and cars will take quite some time. But electric vehicles, especially we talk about two-wheelers, is one definite segment to watch out for, where India has got the opportunity. India has been, if you see, right, India has been always a country of two-wheelers. We all started with our own moped or a small scooter when we were in school or college, and then these days I'm seeing people are buying a lot of electric, rather high-end bikes and race bikes, etc., right? So we are all fond of two-wheelers, where we are seeing, for example, from the placement point of view, traditional, two-wheeler manufacturing companies like, for example, Bajaj or Mahindra are creating their own electric vehicle companies. For example, Mahindra Electric is one of our very regular recruiter, right? In the similar lines, we are also seeing new age, electric vehicle companies like I already showed you, Ether Energy, Ola Electric, etc., continue to hire, right? Similar to electric vehicles, what we see is like, basically the Internet of Things and artificial intelligence are two very important areas where the embedded systems is is already playing a very important role, right? Especially, I've been asked this question, almost in all the webinars, saying that, sir, what is the impact of AI in embedded systems? Or rather, you can say, will ChatGPT will kill my job, right? I would say reverse, right? The AI coming in has only increased the use case or increased the demand of embedded systems, because embedded systems earlier it is applied in these domains. Now AI is a layer which applies to every domain, right? And please note, in order to apply an AI application, run an AI application, you need a data set, right? In the data set, you run a machine learning algorithm or model, and then you derive insights, right? So sensors are a great source to basically generate all these data, right? So because of these phenomena, we are seeing that, and also combining with the what you call in these job statistics, this segment is poised for a very good growth. Okay? So there's a link in the below. You can just check it out, and read this report from it's publicly available, right, about this job market research, right? Now you may be wondering, right, sir, what about um, this Emertxe placements, right? Like, what is mean to me? Because whatever I mentioned is available in public. So then you may be saying that, no, sir, I come here to attend for a different reason, right? So what does it mean to you as an individual? It's an opportunity to build a career beyond recession worries. Because even though recession is there, definitely it has definitely slowed down the hiring across the board, and also resulting in layoff and delayed joining and delays, etc. Right? But with respect to the companies which have been hiring from us, these core companies, the story is pretty much intact. Right? They continue to hire. In fact, every company who comes and hires from us, they all tell us that they're not able to fulfill their openings. For example, some company comes and tells they want to hire 15 people, but through us they're able to only fill 10 people. That means about 5 positions they're not able to close. Again, please note, these companies are not here to just like that hire anyone. Right? They want to hire somebody who is skilled individual. Right? The skill is the pure differentiator here. And as long as students are able to learn what our mentors are telling, definitely we are not seeing any issues because of recession. Right? In fact, beginning of the year I was also concerned, because people join our course by taking a lot of risk in their career, because they already finished their engineering, or some of you want to enhance their career, or they want to come back after a career break, etc. So you're already having a lot of concerns, right? So in this scenario, will the recession affect our what? What will be the impact on our students, right? So thankfully, our sector is growing very well. So one of the reason being that the projects are the products that getting developed in the embedded system. These projects are long-term in nature. For example, if you look at a pure application-based company or an IT-based company, right? You can develop an application overnight and make it available to the world, by putting in an Android App Store or Google Play Store, right? Whereas if I'm creating something called electric vehicle, right, or anything that is related to the hardware, to design the hardware, to design the software, making the hardware and software work together, stabilize it, do a mass manufacturing, then go ahead and distribute via the various channels to the customers, it takes long time. So almost all the projects where embedded systems are involved, where the customized hardware is involved, it is going to take quite some time. So because of these reasons, right, companies invest for long term. That's the behavior that we are seeing. They're all investing for the long term, because of which we are not seeing any slowdown or any issues. Yeah, there have been some hiccups. Some companies have put hiring freeze because of that, but majorly the story pretty much remains intact. Okay. So now let me show you some statistics of our placement, which we show it in every webinar, and this information we keep updating every month or every webinar that you can see. So this is just one perspective to look at, right? This particular slide shows the number of companies have visited Emertxe for placements in the year 2022 and 2023. Right here, the blue colored towers, what you see, it's nothing but the 2022 companies. We had a dream run, I would say. 2020 was very good in terms of job market. I think overall we had 1,325 plus companies participated in placements across every month, you can see, right? But if you talk about 2023, the red color towers also looks pretty good. We continue to maintain the 100 plus companies record here, you can see there. And in the as of last month, in the month of June, we had 106 companies participating in placements. And the month of July, where we are sitting right now, right, already 80 companies have come, and we have another week's time to go, and we are confident that definitely that will cross 100 companies as well, right? So this is a very simple and very realistic information, which talks about the type of companies which they hire. And as I said, why these companies come and they not only come, they hire our students in a repeated manner. It is mainly because they get skilled engineers, right? Because the embedded system is highly skilled area, so that's the reason they come and recruit our students again and again. So I also show one more graph. So this is a graph which is about which talks about the number of drives. As you know, number of companies come, they say they need a number of candidates. We float an application with our students. So when the students apply, then we schedule the drive. Right. This is another graph to look at. This is having data from the year 2020. So as you can see here, this is a month on month how our placement drives are happening. Here, if you look at the purple towers, where the 2023 data, in the month of June, we already had 60 drives, and in the month of July, we had 45 drives done already, right? So which is definitely going very well. And as I said, every company they're hiring from us, they're coming back and telling that they're not able to hire as many students as they want. They still have more openings. right? But the skill is the very important aspect of it, right? So one more point that you need to keep it in mind is, out of all these companies which are coming for recruitment, I'll show you shortly, show you guys some statistics, right? So earlier I used to tell 40%, 30%, etc. So recently we did an analysis for the year 2023, where we found out that out of all these companies which are hiring, right, 75% of the companies are telling they really don't care about the year pass out or the percentage that the student has graduated, or the percentage the student has got in their engineering. Okay, so they are telling as long as an individual is able to demonstrate the skill sets, right, they are welcome. Okay, earlier it used to be little different, but now companies are not bothered about the year pass out or their what do you call their academic criteria and all. So the very important aspect to look into, other aspect to look into it is, right, out of this 75% of the companies or 70% of the companies are telling no year pass out or no percentage criteria. Okay, so as long as you are able to build the right set of skill sets for you guys, definitely you will be able to achieve your goal. Okay, so this is one set of data where we discussed about the placements and how the companies are coming. Now I'll show you some recent success stories, and then I'll pause. Then we'll get. I see a lot of questions have already lined up. We'll discuss that. Okay, and also before getting into that, let me just show you some success stories in the recent past, latest 1 or 2 months. So kindly note, this information is available in public. In fact, I've taken it from our Emertxe social media only. You can go and check all the data there, right? So primarily, I show data under two categories. So when I say two categories, so we have people what we call as a fresher. So when I say fresher, these are the students who passed out in the year 2021 and 2022. Okay, please note we are not still included at 2023 yet, because just now I think last month only these students have completed their engineering. They joined us, and they're still going through their initial set of modules. So until they at least another couple of months later, we will be opening up placements for them, right? So companies also will take some time to warm up. So as of today, the fresher, we say it is a 2021 and a 2022 pass outs, right? And anybody who is above 2021, right, that is 2019, 18, etc., etc., right? So we call it the older batches. Okay. So first set of data I'll show you guys from the freshers, which are nothing but the 21 and 22 pass outs, right? Let us take a quick snapshot. Who are the ones here? So here we can see students like Chaitra Shri. She's from MS Ramaya, Bangalore, and she recently got placed with LG Soft. LG has been a very regular recruiter for us for the years, right? And she got selected with a salary of 7.5 lakhs. Okay. And then we have one more networking company which has come and hired called Wild, where a student Sanjay got placed with a 5 lakhs salary, and he's a 2022 graduate. Okay. And interestingly, we even see some success stories like this. We have what you call buddy success story. We have students like Hemant and Sumesh. They were like engineering classmates, right? They studied engineering in the same college in Bangalore. Then they came and joined Emertxe the same time, same batch, and then they got placed in the same company, right? There's a company called Ambient Scientific, and you can see it's an AI processor company. A few minutes back, I was talking about the AI has come and only enhanced the job prospects, right? So this is one of the examples where AI and embedded systems are coming together, right? We are seeing stories where they come, they sit together, learn together, get placed in the same company. These type of things are very, very inspiring for our team, right? And then we have companies who are printer similar to HP. EFI is another company which makes printers, where we have a student like Kavya getting placed recently with a salary package of 6.5 lakhs, right? And similarly, we have company like Digital Shark, who is an engineering company, engineering services company, where students like Sajid got placed with a 4.5 lakhs salary. Then Avin Systems is one of the automotive companies which hire our students quite regularly. We have student Isa Kazi, who is from Anjuman Institute of Technology and Management, Karnataka. He got selected for a salary package of 4 lakh rupees. And similarly, we have another company which has been hiring for a long time, is Accord, where student like Harshavardhana, who's from KLE Technology University, Hubli, and he got selected for 4.2 lakhs of salary. right? Similarly, we have Neo Energy, which is again an IoT or energy-based company, where we have students like Srinivas Nayaka from NAE Mysore got selected, right? This is about our students, right? So who are from a fresher. When you say fresher, they're either from 2021 or a 2022 pass out. Now let us look into the older batches. When you say older batches, it is from 2020 and above, right? Let us see some of the posters. We even put their year of pass out information. Like in this case, Dilip Nagakumar, who is from Vasavi Institute of Engineering Technology, Andhra Pradesh. He also got selected with LG for a salary of 4.8 lakh rupees, and he's a 2019 graduate. You can see here there's a stamp or some kind of information is mentioned, right? So that is one example. Similarly, we have student like Swarna Naik, who got placed with Cones Cranes, with Cone elevators and related solution. These days, a lot of embedded systems gets into them. She got selected for a salary of 4.8 lakhs. Right? Same Digital Shark, we have a student from 2020 batch, Pavana Kumar, getting selected for a 4.5 lakhs salary. And as I already said, whenever I talk about the older batches, they can be bucketed into three. Either they resumed a career after some number of years, or for that matter, they achieved a career transition, etc. So here we have student Satish Kumar. Satish has been able to achieve a career break after 2 years, and also he's able to start with a company called Yana Mobility, which is another mobility based company, right? A core company. So people like him are able to resume the career after 2 years. It's not only 2 years. We have students who resume their career after 5 years, 7 years, etc. So as I already mentioned, the skill only matters, right? The year of pass out percentage doesn't matter. Okay. So these are all some of the success stories. Yeah, it still goes ahead. Let me see, some more are there. Yeah. And one more thing which I mentioned when I talk about older batches is about career transition, right? Basically, they've been working, they've been doing something, but they're able to get placed in some company. So we have students like Irshan Nair, then we have Shubham Gangadev, right, from Orissa College of Engineering, Bhubaneswar. As you can see, he was working in a different company, something like MBE or Beyond Engineering, and he got placed with one of our client called Neo Minds for a 4 LPSR, right? So you can see a lot of such success stories. As I said, it is just a snapshot that I brought in, but you can see all this information is already available in our available in our social media pages, in our website as well, right? So this is a sample which again goes and reiterates the fact that your year of pass out or percentage, or even for that matter branch, doesn't matter. Okay. So I would like to pause here. So what we covered so far, we covered high level job market trends, and then how these job market trends are resulting in opportunity for students, and how our students are able to track these jobs with these core companies. Right? So we'll go into three aspects now. We'll pause now, and then we'll take questions. I already see a lot of questions have come up. So let us see one by one. Okay. Okay. Let me take some water. Let's start some Q&A. Okay. Okay. So Kiran is asking a very tricky question. He's telling, what distinctive features and advantages does your course offer that set it apart from other institutes providing similar facilities? Says Kiran. Okay. So Kiran, I do not know what other institutions are providing, but let me tell you what we do. Okay? For us, the key thing that we always bother, not only from today, for years together, from the beginning, I would say, we are bothered about learner outcomes. When I say learner outcome, any course we take, embedded course, we offer IoT course, etc. Right? Any course, as a learner, are you giving the necessary output? Right? Because when you get the learner output, automatically placement will happen. We are pretty sure, right? And getting that output is very challenging because each student has got their own difficulty. Some will have some mental barrier, some will have some skill barrier, some will have communication barrier, etc. Right? Working through each and every student, giving our level best, and deriving the outcomes, learning outcomes, I would say, is what we strongly believe in. Right? I cannot talk about others. Right? You have your own analysis done. Right? You're all very good in doing research and everything. Right? So, but I would say this is what we believe in here. Okay. Okay. So Muttanna is asking, sir, these guys have done advanced embedded or advanced embedded or embedded IoT. Okay. So basically, it's question about two things, right? We offer two courses. One is an embedded systems course and an embedded IoT course, right? So these success stories, whatever I'm showing, it is a students from an embedded systems course, right? Embedded IoT course also, even though the number of batches will be little less, we have great success stories. In fact, I would say the type of skill set of the embedded IoT students build is even better than the embedded students. That way they remain hotcakes when it comes to placements. There also we had excellent placement record in terms of students getting placed. Okay. Hope Mutanna is clear. Then you have Pragati's technical sales to technical career transition possible. Yes, very much. As I already told you, right? If you go and dig out these career transition stories, right? Let me just check. Okay, this I think is a fresher story, right? If you go and check these things, student who achieve the career transition, like you can see here this type of students. If you go and check, right? We have a lot of examples where students from and not only from a technical background, even they're doing a job of the sales, marketing, right? Teaching, as I already mentioned, right? They're all able to achieve, right? Achieve the field application engineer, etc. They're technical support, right? They're able to achieve, no problem. Okay. But the important thing is you have to work on skill building. Just follow what our mentors are telling. Take the journey of skill building. Automatically, results are. Okay. Okay. So that's clear, Pragadish. Okay. Which one has more jobs in the market, software or hardware? Ask Mustafa, right? So in India, Mustafa, I would say it is software. Be it an IT software, because even though it's an embedded systems course, our predominant focus is on the embedded software only. We are not going to teach you how to build a board, how to build a chipset, etc. Right? That's different. That's what you call about a hardware company. Right? Compared to the hardware companies, be it an embedded system software or generic IT software, right? Okay, in India, the software has got more jobs, and it's continued to grow. Hope that's clear, Mustafa. Then Kiran is asking what are the overall successful placement percentage of the students across all batches in your institute. Okay, again, that's a very interesting and very tricky question, right? So, we always have a lot of discussions. We have all the data with us, right? So what is seen is, okay, let me repeat this. Our counselors also would have repeated to you guys in our phone conversation, something like that, right? So if a student is clearing the placement eligibility test or the placement eligibility and is able to do all the assignment and projects, which means he's sincere and hardworking, right? And he's cleared the placement eligibility successfully, we're able to place all the 100% of the people, 100% placements, right? But if somebody is not meeting, we can't help it. Okay, so that's where we measure placements. And by the way, it takes long time to measure because we give 2 years of unlimited placement opportunities. Suppose a batch starts, right? We will wait for 2 years to measure that batch effectiveness. We did. We have measured those batches, and we can confidently say it is a 100% placement as long as you clear the placement criteria. Let me repeat. Right? People just cannot come pay the fee one day and then say, "Give me a job." It doesn't work. In fact, we still get so many requests saying that, "Sir, मुझे job training में नहीं चाहिए, मुझे placement दे दो." It doesn't work like that, right? It's like coming and telling you that I will not do net practice. It's Virat Kohli coming and telling, right? I will not do net practice. I will directly go in the play in the field, right? It doesn't work like that. So that's the thing. As long as you are following our process, 100% it is guaranteed. No, Kiran. Okay? Then we have Sudhakar. Let us say what Sudhakar is asking. I'm a 2018 pass out. MNC companies still recruit, not seeing the photo. Yes, I'm not saying not only MNC companies, Sudhakar. I would say overall around 70% of the companies, right? They don't see that batch at all. We did analysis also, and then we come to this conclusion. Earlier it used to be 30-40%. Now 70% of the companies, even 75% of the companies are telling, I don't care about era pass out. So the 2018 pass out will not be an issue at all. Okay. Yeah. Saurav is asking if you get one place, if you get placed in one company, can we still apply for all other companies? The answer is no. Okay. In Emertxe, what we say, you can apply to as many companies as you want because every day so many companies are coming, students will be applying, and it's very normal for our students to attend 2 interviews per day or one written test and one interview per day, etc. Right? So this is quite normal. That's fine. But the moment any one of our clients or any one of the companies confirms that a student is selected, that student will be immediately blocked from attending further companies. Okay? Because we also commit, like we commit certain things to you guys, we also commit you to our recruiting company. So what is one of the important things that we commit to them? It's nothing but 100% joining rate. That means if they offer 10 students, all the 10 students will join their organization. So for that reason, we don't allow multiple offers. Other problem is the student side, what happens, right? One student gets three job offers, right? Another student doesn't get any job. We don't want this scenario. Okay? So because of this is inside, as long as you get first job, it's fine. Okay. Hope it's clear. Roshan is asking, how much difficulty faced by other branches like electrical engineering and embedded systems? See, Roshan, I would say larger chunk, I would say 80% chunk of our students are from either from AAA or from EC. And they might not have done any sort of programming, or even if they've done programming, it would have been done long time back in the college. So that way in Emertxe, every subject will be taught from the scratch, from level 0. So that's absolutely no problem. Only thing, let me repeatedly tell the same statement. You need to follow what mentors tell. I cannot expect, right? One fine day magic will happen, or one fine day my photo will come like this, right? It will not come. You need to work towards it, because when companies also, then they will evaluate and take. Just because you got an admission with Emertxe doesn't mean you get placed, right? You need to go demonstrate your skill set. Not only that, right? There are so many other people also come on that day, from other institutions or from referrals, etc. Right? How do you prove that you have the skill set, right? So that's the main thing, for which ensure that you attend all the classes and labs without fail. Okay. I hope that's clear, Roshan. Which is best, embedded or embedded IoT? Okay, I will leave it to you. But if you ask me my opinion, okay, I would any day go for IoT. The reason why I already told you, between our embedded systems course and IoT course, even though the placement is same, right? Okay, whatever the companies come here, hire for the other students and vice versa. But compared to the skill set that you will be learning in our IoT course, because in IoT course you will be learning Python, AWS, cloud, etc., which is, I would say, one level above what you learned in your, embedded system is concerned, right? From the syllabus or the learning is concerned. From the placement point of view, no difference. Okay, as you will get it from IoT course also and embedded course also. I always tell this analogy, right? You're asking me which eye is important for me. It's my right eye or left eye. Embedded or IoT, right? Both are, but skills wise, go for IoT. Placement wise, both are same. Okay. Yeah, Shubham is asking, is it require coding knowledge? Yes. We don't expect you to know the coding knowledge and come, but we will extensively train you in coding, because we are going to build a embedded software which requires you with hands-on coding skills, especially in C and C++. Okay, definitely your this matters, your coding skills. So course duration is a 6 months course, Mutanna. Wait for some time, because our next section we're going to talk about how the course is going to get delivered, etc. You'll get a better idea. Okay. Then you have Basappa. Basappa is asking, so I'm 2018 triple pass out. Till now I prepare for government exam, but I couldn't crack it. Now I want to build my career in embedded. Can I make it? Will my career break will become barrier? No. I showed you some example, right? Like that, so many students come with career break. Either they were preparing for government exams or competitive exams like you, right? Government exams, or somebody would have got married as a child. It typically happens with girl students, right? Or some students have got family issues due to which they take a break, right? Absolutely fine. As I said again, the answer is about skill building. Your skill building, definitely, you will get a place. Year of pass out or your gap will not be an issue. Okay, sir, can you explain course overview of embedded systems, as I already taken admission for August batch by paying fees, right? So Sapna, please wait for some time. Now we are just finishing the first section. We'll move to the course section, second section. That time I'll explain the course related details. So then Vinuta is asking, sir, will Emertxe provide placement assistance for civil branch 2017 pass out to the students? Yes. Okay. Our course is open for all the branches, so definitely civil engineering students are also welcome. In fact, we also placed students who done civil engineering. Okay, so no issues. Why are you not doing IoT course demo? We should do. That's a good question, Nitya. Why we do only the embedded course demo? Why are we not doing IoT course? We did. It's not that we're not done. I would say the reason is our bandwidth, right? We are so tied up with our existing responsibilities, right? Because running a webinar is not easy. Believe me, guys, right? We need to do a lot of preparation in the back end, right? All of us are sitting comfortably now and talking, right? I always tell in every webinar, right? there is a lot of back-end effort our team has put in. Right? It is because our team is really tied up with bandwidth, including myself. That's why we are not doing. Yeah, I'll take your input. We'll do. We have to do. Maybe 1 month we'll do embedded, next month we'll do IoT, vice versa. Like that, we'll try to interleave that. What is placement criteria, right? Shubham, just give me some time. Let me explain a few slides about the course. Then we'll come to the placement criteria. Then Kiran is asking, in the light of extensive adaptation of AI, how does it trend affect the roles of embedded system developer? I think I already clarified. It's only is getting better. Okay. Don't see, like AI is coming and going to push the embedded jobs down. No, I would say AI and embedded jobs are going to exist together. It only enhanced, I would say. Okay. Then we have Rutuja, sir. As we are doing online course, will there be any effect on placement interviews? Okay, this is again a very interesting question, right? So let me tell you what is happening with respect to the online versus offline panchayat or business, right? So if you look at previous to pandemic, right? I would say it was like 95% offline, 5% online. A few companies only conduct process online. Majority of them, 95% of them, used to call them to their office, or they used to come to our institution and hire. So suddenly what happened, pandemic, which switched 100-0. 100% it went digital, and then 0% it was physical. Then due to obvious reasons, right? Social distancing was there. They're all working from home, etc. Right? So as we exited from the pandemic timeline, what is happening is, right, we also see change in the way companies are hiring. As of today, okay, when we did an analysis in the month of May, June, we found that 65% of the drives, let me repeat, 65% of the drives are happening online still. 35% of the drives are happening offline. That's the statistics. So this 35% is also growing. For example, earlier it was 5%, 10%, right? When we just out of the second wave, right? Then it became 15%, 20%, 30%, right? Now we are at 65, 35, exactly speaking, right? So will this 35 may become 40, 45? Yes, it can. Okay, it purely depends on the company. So because this is again a typical question that I get from our online students saying that, sir, isn't it unfair for online students? Right? We are missing on those opportunities. So what we tell for online students in that case is that, right, the moment you wanted to start applying for placements or you complete the course, right, say that you feel that you are missing some opportunity, right? We are encouraging our students to at least come and stay for at least couple of months only to apply placements by coming to Bangalore. Because there is also one more question, right? How much percentage of companies are coming from Bangalore and non-Bangalore? I have a graph, probably will show you guys also, right? So predominantly our companies are from Bangalore only. Okay? So that way you can take an advantage. You can do your course. In fact, you can utilize the 65% of the companies by even applying online. Remaining 35%, if you want to take advantage of them, please come and finish the course and then come and stay in Bangalore and only apply for placements to us. Okay? That would be the solution. Then Akhil is asking, so I've been working in PCB designing at an automotive company for the last 8 months. Will my experience count if I'm switching to embedded software development in an automotive company? So again, it's a great question, right? So I have some experience, but how the experience will be considered? The answer is, it depends on the company. Okay? I have multiple permutations and combinations how the company is considered. For example, two students go from Emertxe. One is a guy who just passed out. One student is having some work experience, currently working, already working, or quit the job, etc. Right? When two students go, I've seen scenarios where the companies consider the previous experience of one student. He probably given them at a different designation and even a different salary level. The student who is going out of a college and attending, what you call as a pure fresher, right? He may be only given that entry level salary, not the next level salary. This is with respect to some companies. I cannot say all the companies, right? So it depends on the company. We leave the complete freedom to the hiring companies. Okay. Again, hope that's clarified. Again, Yashwant is asking, what is the online class timing? I'll come to that, Yashwant, in the next section. We're going to talk about the course timings, etc. What is the online class timings, right? And then electrical and electronics engineering students are eligible. Yes, Shaikh, very much eligible. Can you repeat your answer for multiple job offer? Ask Pragadish. So what I tell multiple job offer is you can attend multiple job interviews in parallel. But whatever the company gives the first offer, you need to join the company only. Because our placement team will automatically go and tell, hey, Pragadish, you are attending A, B, C. but he got an offer from A, B, and C company. They themselves will go until you are not available, right? You can apply for multiple companies, but you can always get only one offer and join the company. Hope that's clear. Okay, again, Mustafa is asking Bangalore for our other part. We do have larger chunkies from Bangalore, but yeah, we are seeing good traction in areas like Mumbai, Pune, NCR regions are gaining good popularity. Hyderabad is also growing pretty well. But I would say almost like 90% of the companies are hiring for the Bangalore location only. What about the fees? I think many of you asked about the fees already. So I would say our counseling team would be the right person to answer this, because the course structure between course fee between online and offline is different, and also time to time they'll be running different scholarship schemes, etc. So please talk to them towards the end of the presentation. I will also share their email ID and phone number. It's a common email ID and phone number. You can reach out to them. Any one of our counselors will pick, and then they'll be able to tell you, for you what will be the fee. Okay. Roshan is selling. Thanks, sir. I think Kiran is also again that AI, right? So Mohammed Fayaz is asking, sir, we are from mechanical branch. Can we join the embedded? Yes, you can. I think I already answered for the civil student. The civil student can join, civil engineering student can join. Why can't you? I think Kiran's AI questions keep popping up. When will IoT offline batch starts? I'm not sure. Okay, probably I'll just show you the latest dates. Again, if you have some queries with respect to dates, please talk to our counseling team only. How to guide civil engineering students and mechanical students as they don't have technical knowledge about that, right? From Surendra Kumar. See, Surendra, as I already told you, our course, every subject is start from the scratch. Okay? If you know something, that's good. If doesn't know, if you do not know, that doesn't matter. If anywhere, it will be starting from level 0 only. That's why any brand students can take this course and then they gain benefited out of it. Okay. Next batch says Nagaraja Pujari. Give me some time. I'll show you the dates. Okay. And I'll also show you the website where you can find the latest dates. Right. Syllabus for embedded IoT. Again, I'll show you guys in a website page. You can download from this detailed PDF that you put up in our website. You can download. Okay. Karthik Selvaraj is asking, I'm not that much good in English. Is it possible to explain Tamil during the course? Oh, Karthik. Okay. Okay. So, so our medium of instruction is English, right? Because when you explain to all the students, because we have students from Pan India, as even we get students from abroad, that way we will not be able to stop by and similarly, some students may ask, sir, explain Kannada, explain Telugu, explain English. We cannot do that. But yeah, during a lab exercise, lab timings, right? Our mentors can speak many languages. In fact, they can speak many languages, including me, right? Tamil is my mother tongue, right? So people can ask, right? People and some people ask in Kannada, Telugu. So it's about that, right? Lab sessions, no problem. But yeah, in classroom it will be difficult because when I explain only to you in Tamil, right, or Kannada, other students may feel difficult, right? So you don't need to worry; they will help you. But please note, you cannot have this mindset for a long period of time. Okay, I also studied in Tamil medium till the age of 12, right? Language is just a mental barrier. You just need to work towards it, put your efforts, right? Make an attempt. That's one of the reasons I tell students to interact with each other. You only grown up in Tamil Nadu or only grow up in a particular place, right? You are only speaking the language. That's why the barrier sets in. Hey, I don't know anything other than Tamil, or I don't know anything other than Hindi. I don't know anything other than Kannada, Telugu, any Malayalam, any language for that matter, right? Come out, right? Mingle with other students, right? Naturally, language is a skill you can always develop, right? So that way, you can develop and definitely you can grow well. I can relate to you, Karthik Selvaraj, as I said, I come from Tamil Nadu. I studied in Tamil medium, right? Definitely, it is possible for you to learn English and then get a good job also. Class timing asking Rubin Shah. I'll come to that, Rubin Shah. Give me some time. Okay. Anyways, I am joining, but did not done IoT course demo. As I said, no, IoT course demo we are not actively doing. Probably as one of the students that told, we'll take the feedback. We'll try to conduct that. Okay. Okay. Kedar Patil is asking, I am electrical final year student. Can I join the Emertxe software program? What is best time to like last sem exam? Say, better you join the last semester exam because you'll have time available, but doesn't matter. Even you can join your third year, doesn't matter. Anytime you can join. Absolutely no problem. Again, Kiran is asking a question they already answered. Also, why IoT is in offline? Nitya is asking. Not necessarily, Nitya. IoT course is also delivered online. Maybe this and there, admission is open only for admission. Maybe now they kept it offline, but IoT is also delivered online. Okay. Will C++ have demand in coming days? Supradeep is asking, right? I don't know which world you are living in, right? More than 80% of the embedded systems is written in C programming. Even though C was invented in the year 1970, when especially application developers, you come and ask, they talk about JavaScript, Python, Django, they're asking all latest hi-fi terminologies, right? Even though that is the case, with respect to embedded systems, C programming is the important programming language where more than 80% of the embedded systems are coded. So definitely learning in-depth C programming will have a really a long-term career growth. Okay. So I think guys, I'll pause here, okay, because it's 8:10 now. I need to cover the second section. I know a lot of questions are there. Wow, my God. Okay. Oh. Thank you. Thanks a lot for all of you to asking these questions. So what we'll do is, let me continue. We'll come back. Don't worry if your questions have not come. All the questions are with me. Okay. We will answer all the questions, right? But I need to cover the next section. Then we'll come back. So I'd like to also pause here and check how are you finding the webinar so far? Are you able to connect with whatever is being shared? Are you getting a better clarity? Can you get some responses? Are you awake? All of you. So Pragati is telling yes. Come on, guys. I need some more yeses. Okay, Roshan. As I write, like we will come back this one. We'll come back and take more questions. Don't worry. As I said, no, we can even stay late and answer your queries. Absolutely no problem. Okay. Now let us talk about the course point of view. Right? Okay, when the course starts, already there are questions coming up saying that when the placements will begin, etc., etc. Let us get into that perspective. Right. So what does this course do? Let me please show you guys. Okay. So what is our goal? Our goal is to basically work on your skill gap and make you as an employable engineer by working in the domain of embedded systems. That's what our goal. And this particular course has got three options. One is an offline course. When I say offline course, you need to come to our Bangalore office, Bangalore center, and we have 450 seater capacity. And now we are also increasing it shortly, right? By adding more facility into our office, right? So people come and typically they're freshers because they're available, right? And then the second one is about basically the online module, online course, delivered virtual classroom and interventions, where the class will be delivered using this, online, the same class or live classes. Then you will get intervention or support from our mentors to ensure that you're able to complete. I'll also talk about it shortly, right? Okay, that is again taken by freshers or working professionals, etc. And the same class is also conducted in the evening duration. Okay, there are three ways in which you can take the course. So let us see the differences in detail under various parameters: duration, total number of modules, daily routine, what will be the timings, right? Weekly plan, recorded videos are given or not, what kind of an hardware exposure is given, what about the 2-year placement support, etc., etc., right? Let us take one by one. This is our offline course, where you need to come to Bangalore. It's again 6 months duration, 8 modules, where every day you'll have 2 to 2.5 hours of classes followed by labs. Classes will be held anywhere. I think these even classes start at 7:30 also. This small correction. It can go up to even 5:36 in the evening, and 6 days a week. For the offline students, we will not be giving recorded videos because that's only for the online students. With respect to hardware, we use the pick and arm based boards. Where it's available in our reception. Since you're an offline student, right? You can come check out the board, work on it while going back home. You can return it and go. And then 2-year placement is provided for offline students. Right? This is about the offline course. So now, when it comes to the online course, it's again a 6 months course. Again, sorry, it's a month is mentioned wrongly, so don't go by this. It's a little old slide. I can update this. The 6 months course. So only difference here is like the mode of delivery is online, and also in the online course, right, there is one module which is less. Okay? The simple reason there's a module called QT programming, which we kept it up for our offline students, which is not there for our online students. The reason being, right, already holding the attention of our students online for 6 months itself is very challenging, right? We don't want to further make it big. Okay, but yeah, QT is a good skill to have because good number of the user interfaces today defined are implemented using UI, QT, but not necessary that it's important for placements. Right, so that's the thing. And similarly, you have 2 hours of class and 1.5 hours of lab where the lab mentor will be explaining you the session, program or a lab. They need to do it, and then you have like a chat system available where you can ask for doubts, etc., and then get it clarified. Again, 6 days a week, you will get recorded classes. For example, whatever the current webinar we are doing, it is also getting recorded. You will get this recorded version also. Right, our team will publish in YouTube and share the link, a public link. But for the classes, we use a private link. We insert something called LMS or Learning Management System where you can access. With respect to online students, we do not have a physical hardware, but we have something called simulator. Right? We have a PIC and ARM modules, which is having a simulator. For PIC, we have a simulator called as a PIC Sim Lab. Similarly, for ARM, we have a simulator called Chemo Emulator. Don't worry if you don't understand, but please rest assured, whether you are learning online or whether you are learning offline, right? The learning effectiveness, whatever you will be learning, it will be the same, right? Even placements also it is same, but as I said, 65-35 has come because companies are preferring the offline mode of interviews, right? You can still come back and take advantage. We are not going to say no, 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 no. Online students will not, you cannot apply for 35% of companies. No, you can come to Bangalore, go and attend, no problem. And please note, companies also do not care whether you are an online studying, offline studying. They are telling you, show me the skill, right? How does it matter? Again, online evening is there, online morning is there, doesn't matter. As long as you're able to demonstrate the skill, they're ready to employ. Right? Similarly, we have the online evening batch. So only different again a 6 months course, 7 modules similar, but here the slightly time is different here. You can see here the time is fixed here 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Where the working professionals will be able to do that, but pretty much remain the same. 6 days a week, you will get recorded video. Suppose you miss a class, right? Or you want to revise a particular topic before you go to an interview. All the sessions, including this webinar, is getting recorded. You'll get a recorded version also. Okay, again, the hardware is done by a simulator. And please note, as I already told you, the 2-year placement commitment is there for all the courses. So now I'm telling you, right, you are going to eat a breakfast in a restaurant, right? So I'm telling you, hey, idli is also there, right? Dosa is also there, chapati is also there, or puri is also there. Which are your choice, you eat. Same thing with this, right? Whether it's like online regular physical classroom, online regular or online evening, the same. But what is the ultimate purpose of breakfast? To basically to take care of your hunger. Same thing here. Our only goal is to place you or place the students, right? So there's absolutely no difference in terms of learning effectiveness, or no need to worry about, sir, I need to come to Bangalore only and learn. Not necessary. You can be at your home, use a decent internet connectivity. Again, you don't need a very hi-fi laptop, hi-fi internet connectivity. No, a decent internet connectivity which is today available at a very, very nominal price with a decent laptop, an i3 or above laptop, right? That is good enough for you to learn from your office or home or hostel, anywhere you are. Right? So that's about detailed comparison, right? So how do the online classes get delivered, right? One, as I said, the live virtual classes where the class mentor will be basically explaining a concept along with the code. I'll show you shortly a video about it. I'll play a video so that you'll get an idea. And similarly, once you are done with that, the lab mentor will pitch in. They'll explain the assignments, and then once you explain the assignment, you'll start working on it. So that's where your doubts will come, which you can clarify via our forums, via WhatsApp, live doubt clarification. Immediately, our mentors will respond and clarify your doubts. Then mentors will assess everything and give you the grade. And finally, you do all the preparation activities. Even though you're doing all these things, it's of no use if you're not able to crack the interview, right? So that's where all the prep activities will come in terms of what I call Disha workshops, where we do like, resume preparation, interview preparation, mock interview, etc., so that you very much, remain, ready when it comes to placements. Okay, so I'd like to pause here and run a video about how a virtual classroom will look like. Okay, how it's again we recorded and showing, but that's how it will be, right? You'll be able to see there. It will be explained from the scratch, right? Two videos I'll show you. One is a C programming video, another will be a microcontroller programming video where you are going to download certain things into the Microsoft microcontroller simulator, which is called PixSimLab. You are going to see both the examples, right? So let me off my screen now and play the video for you guys.
These are the total memory allocated. Now, after an array has been declared, maybe I want to give the values into the array, because just the array's declaration will have garbage value. Assume I take int array of size 5. Okay, there has to be 20 bytes of memory allocated. Assume.
I hope the video is you're able to see and hear the video. Just confirm once, guys. I pause the video right away. Are you able to listen to the video, all of you?
Assume this is the 20 bytes of memory allocated for the array. So I'm storing 5 integers. So each integer takes how many bytes? Each integer takes how many bytes? Correct. So each integer takes 4 bytes. So if the starting address of the array is 1000, where will be the next element present? If the starting address of the array is 1000, where will be the next element present? Assume this is 1000. Where will be the next element present? Yes. Each of the element uses 4 bytes. These are the total memory allocated. Now, after an array has been declared, maybe I want to give the values into the array, because just the array's declaration will have garbage value. Assume I take int array of size 5. Okay, there has to be 20 bytes of memory allocated. Assume this is the 20 bytes of memory allocated for the array. So I'm storing 5 integers. So each integer takes how many bytes? Each integer takes how many bytes? Correct. So each integer takes 4 bytes. So if the starting address of the array is 1000, where will be the next element present? If the starting address of the array is 1000, where will be the next element present? Assume this is 1000. Where will be the next element present? Yes. Each of the element uses 4 bytes. So it is 1004, then 1008, 1012, 1016. To access the array's element, you have to go with something called as the index number. And index number varies between 0 to size -1. So very first element will be in index 0. Second element will be in index 1. Third element will be in index 2. Fourth element will be in index 3. And fifth element will be in index 4. Okay. If you just declare the array like this, the array's element will have garbage value by default. So in order to not have a garbage value present inside the memory block, maybe I want certain values to made sit inside it. In such cases, I have to do the array's initialization. To initialize the array, here inside the curly braces, I have to give 5 elements: 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. In that case, that value will be written here. That will be 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. Okay, this is how I declare the array. This is how I do the initialization, and this is how the memory for the array will be allocated. Accessing happens with respect to the index number varying between 0 to size minus 1. See here, data type, name, size, where size represents the number of elements. So the total memory occupied by the array is number of elements multiplied by size of an element. That is in turn size into size of the data type. If this is the array I'm going to take of 5 size with the values 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50, this will be the array. So the very starting address of the array always is called as the base address of the array. This address 1000 will always be called as the base address of the array, or you can also call it as starting address or address of the very first element of the array. All of them means the same, but we usually refer it as base address. Okay, you can call it as base address, or you can call it as the starting address, or you also can call it as the address of first element. Okay, the starting address is called as the base address or starting address or address of the first element of the array. So then it is plus 4, plus 8, plus 12, plus 16. Index has to vary between 0 to size minus 1. So it has to be starting from 0. An array is a collection of similar data type. Elements occupy consecutive memory locations. First element will be in the lowest address and last element will be in the highest address. Elements are indexed from 0 to size minus 1. So if the size of the array is 5, index will vary from 0 to 4. Accessing out of the range array elements would be an illegal access. So whenever you have to access the elements of the array, you have to go with the name of the array, then the index number. Okay, so array of 0, array of 1, like this, you have to go with the index number. So if the index number varies between 0 to 4, I can access only between array of 0 to array of 4. Out of the boundary, that is accessing array of minus 1 or accessing array of 5 is not allowed. It is an illegal access where you might get to see a error. So accessing out of the range array elements would be illegal access. You should not access the elements in array of minus 1 and array of size. And once the memory for the array is allocated, it can never be altered in the runtime. That is, while executing the program, the array size can never be modified. So if you declare an array like this, it will be 20 bytes of memory allocated for sure. So this size can never be altered throughout the program. Again, here in double denum of size 6, there will be 48 continuous bytes already allocated. You never get a chance to increase or decrease the size once it has been allocated. So this is the concept of array. Clear this much? Okay. So have this one noted. The next we will see is how to print the elements of the array. Okay. So there are different ways of printing the array's element, which we will be seeing shortly. Before that, have this one noted. So the next we have got is to print the arrays element. So when you are supposed to print the arrays element, we usually go with the name of the array and the index number. But that has to be done on a repetitive manner. So what is it necessary to be used? What is it necessary to be used if I have to print? Yes, loop is definitely necessary. So I can print the arrays element in any of a loop considered. Observe. Okay. So first I try printing it in a for loop. Int array of size 5. I also do the initialization with 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. I need another integer variable I for the sake of index. So I will first say it as printf arrays elements are. Okay. So I run a for loop for I is equal to 0, I less than 5 and I plus plus, because 5 is the size of the array. Inside this, I go with the printf. Sorry. Yeah, so printf %d \n comma array's name with index. Okay, so first array of 0 will be printed when I will have a 0 taken, then array of 1, then array of 2, array of 3, array of 4. When I becomes 5, 5 lesser than 5 will be condition false. You come out of the for loop. Observe the output here. So I am compiling and executing. These are the arrays element which I am printing using a for loop. Let me change this. I try printing using a while loop. So if it has to be with respect to the while loop, go with an initialization done for the variable I. Then you can have it taken something like this. While I is lesser than 5. So then you can print using the same statement. Okay. So this is how you print. Is this sufficient? Is this sufficient? Correct. So I plus plus is necessary to be done because I will constantly be 0 all the time. So 0 lesser than 5 will be true, array of 0 will be printed. Then it has to be array of 1, array of 2, array of 3. So I plus plus is required. This is how you print the arrays element using a while loop.
I hope all of you are able to see the video. Can you just confirm once? All of you are able to watch the video. Can you just confirm? Did you see the video? Our how the mentors are delivering the classes. Can you get some responses? Am I audible, guys? Okay, okay, thank you. Uh, okay, okay, great. Okay, you're able to see the thing, right? So, so I will show you one more video where we will be talking about, because one immediate question that comes, as I mentioned, is about when you talk about learning embedded system, is about the hardware part of it, right? For hardware, as I already mentioned, we'll be using a simulator. So the simulator is open source based simulator, which will exactly simulate the big board, which we'll be using as a part of our microcontroller module, right? So this is one more video which will demonstrate how the hardware is going to exist. So you are going to install the software, the simulator in your laptop, and you are going to use it for your downloading the code and all. And please note, you learn exactly the same way if you have a board, right? But later, yeah, if you want to purchase a board or you want to try it in the board, you can very well do it, no problem. Okay. So let me play one more video about how you're going to program a microcontroller using the simulator. Okay. Then I'll again, come back to the next one.
This conference will now be recorded.
Hello everyone. In today's class, let's see how we can write an embedded program to toggle the LEDs connected to the board bit. So now to write the embedded program, we are going to use the tool MPLAB XID. So you can see here. So this is the MPLAB XID. If you open this, you will see this as a starting page. So some projects are mentioned here, datasheet is available here. Even if you worked on some recent project, that list is available. See, and even you will get the microchip login. So if you have a login ID password, you do the login, and you can do the purchase on a microchip website, right? Okay, so now let me go back to the question. So question was, we wanted to toggle the LEDs connected to the board. So now here in this MPLAB ID, you can see these are the different tools available. So we can use these tools as per the requirement. For example, this is to create a new file. It's to create a new project. It is to open the project. This option is to do the build. So you can see different many options are there. So as per the need, what we will do, we will take an approach. Whatever we need it, we will start using those things. Now here in this MPLAB XID, I already created a project and kept it ready. So project name is what? LEDs. So in this project, I created. So when this project is created, this MPLAB XID create some organized sections. You can see here. So now to write this program, to write the embedded code, we need a main.c. So generally .c files goes here in this source file sections. Header files goes here, make file will go here, linker script will go to this section. Or if you need any libraries, if you are planning to add any libraries, then those goes into this section. And finally, this is the place for your executable file. So let me go to the main.c. So you can double click and open the main.c in the editor window. So now you can see I'm defining two macros. So instead of using port D directly, so what I did, since if you see the hardware, on the hardware, so you are having total 16 LEDs. So this is the PiximLab simulator board. So it's having total 16 LEDs. So currently we are going
So I think I'll pause it. So hope you got an idea. It's a little, longer video that goes into this. Because some of you are telling little audio, you're not able to get, no problem. So just to get an idea, right here, if you guys, just do a Google, uh, you know, uh, let us say type it sim lab. You just type it here. Yeah, MPLAB is the what do you call IDE, which is again common whether you are going to use it for a board or for a simulator. But this is a simulator which was demonstrated in the video. You can see there. It's an open source software. You can see this one. Okay. So this is the basically the simulator which was shown there. You can see that it's kind of exactly mimics the board. If you come and take our physical classes, come to MG Road and learn, we'll be giving a board. That board also pretty much looks like this. Let me also explain the board, right? It's like it'll be like we'll be giving you the Fido Labs pick and board. So basically, this is a board that we will be teaching you. If you come to our physical classroom, okay. So this is the board. So you can see here the board is kind of exactly what you call done by the emulator, right? Where you can insert in your PC or laptop, you can very well do it. And whatever the source code works for your emulator will work in the real board and vice versa with minimal port change, right? Hardly 1 or 2 line change, the same source code will work, right? So the similar lines, we also have for the ARM based, right? If you are joining in, I think that there's one more board. If you are coming and learning physically, we'll be using this board called Beagle Bone, right? Beagle Bone is a board which we use for ARM processor basic, right? This is a board which our students will be learning, Beagle board, right? Okay. Now, what we use it like basically this board will not be available. Rather, what we'll be teaching you, we'll be using a simulator for the online students. For the offline students, when you come, we'll give the board. No worries. We have an ample amount of board with us. You can take it. You can work on it while going home. You can return it and go home, right? So this is a Kemu is another simulator which simulates the ARM instruction set. You can see the picture. There's an ARM instruction set mentioned here, which is simulating an x86 based processor. It is simulating an ARM processor, right? So it may not be little confusing if I explain you that, but yeah, that's a correct subject, right? Okay, the emulator will take care of your learning. That is how it is, right? So basically this is how the classroom gets delivered. After that, as I mentioned, the lab mentors will come in. They'll explain the assignments and projects, and then the chat window will be there, the WhatsApp group, where unfortunately I'm not able to demonstrate those groups because Mubin is part of those WhatsApp groups. I am not. Where you can live, you can ask the question, our mentors will answer. Not only mentors, even other students also clarify. That's also very good sign that you are by clarifying doubts of your friends, right? Even your understanding is also going to improve. Okay, so we keep doing these type of peer-to-peer learning support also. Okay, so this is how every module gets delivered. And coming back, one more slide that I want to show with respect to the course delivery is about how the placements and the modules are connected. Some of you already asked that question, so let me put up this slide now. Okay, so you can see here, these are all the modules that get delivered. You start with the fundamentals of Linux module, which is called Linux systems. Then you get to the hardcore programming part of it, C and C++ programming, and data structure programming, Linux internals, microcontrollers, embedded Linux in ARM and all, right? So you learn one by one module at different levels. Okay. So here, let us try to, and all the modules will be delivered in the same way, which I mentioned: virtual classes, interventions in terms of lab explainer, assignment explainer, so support via chat, and also the assessments, etc. Right. So now what happens is whenever you are, let us say, for example, sorry, I jumped the slide. Okay. Yeah. So whenever you are going through this particular course, right? So at the end of the data structures module, right? So that is a very important module where once you're done with the data structures module, our mentors will run something called placement eligibility process. So what is placement eligibility process? Some of you already asked. Let me clarify, right? Okay. So they will consider 3 factors. 1, how well you've been performing in the past modules from the beginning. 2, just for the placement preparation sake, they will conducting you some special test, a written test based on programming. They will evaluate you. That is factor number 2. Third, they will also conduct you with mock interviews. A combination of all these things, they will decide whether you are ready to attend the placements or not, right? So if you're ready, they'll send you a mail, and they'll also intimate the placement department saying that please do this is conducted for the whole batch, right? So among that batch, good number of you will clear, some of you won't clear. I'll come to that when you don't clear what happens, right? So once you good number of you clear, that list will get passed on to a mentor team or to a placement team saying that, hey, look, these students have cleared the placement eligibility process. They are ready to apply for placements. So this happens after the 4th month of you joining, after you complete the data structures module, right? That's when student will start applying for placements. Now there's a question comes, sir, what if I don't clear? If I don't clear the mock interview, or if you don't clear, for example, a placement eligibility test, right? So there is an opportunity given for you to reappear. So you can appear for a reappear. I think 1 or 2 reoccurrences are there. You can appear and then you can clear and then move. Okay, that is what is the first part where I can start the placements, right? So how long you will get the placements support? You will get placement support for 2 years from the time of course completion. So let me draw you a diagram and explain you guys just to get a idea. For example, let us say you are starting the course, I don't know, we're already in the end of the July. Let us say, for example, you are starting the course from August 1st of 23, for example, right? It can be anything. You can apply, substitute with any timeline that you want, right? So 6 months course, August, September, October, November, December, January. Put another additional month or 2 weeks, right? Because our mentors keep spending more time in assignments and projects, etc. For example, assume you are completing your course in August 2023. Okay. So after the August month, it is August, September, October, November, around December is when the placement eligibility happen for this batch, for example, right? Assuming that you are joining from August, right? So here onwards, the students can start applying for placements. And how long will give you the support? For example, from the time of completion, February 2024 to 2 years from the time of course completion, that is February 2026. So this is basically a 2-year window, okay, where you will get unlimited placement opportunities. You can apply for as many companies as you want, but as I already told you, you can join only one company, right? You can apply for as many companies as you want. But if you ask me, this is more than 2 years, right? 2 years plus here itself will get another, 2 to 3 months, right? So 2 months residency. So ideally you're going to get, let us say, 26 months of unlimited placement support from our placement team. Okay. So this is what, when you talk to our counselors, right? This is what they'll be telling. 2 years from the time of your course completion, right? Often when you explain over phone or when you come and meet them, right, they will not be able to spend so much of time. Neither you will have time, right, to listen to it so patiently. That's the reason why we do this webinar, to make this information very clear to all of you. Okay. Hope this given a good idea. Okay. So again, for example, next things are some more slides, and we'll take some questions. So as I said, we conduct a lot of workshop. Okay, resume preparation, interview preparation to ensure that you are ready for the interviews, placements. And I think some of the discussion we already did, right? Okay, let me also come back and clarify some more questions, right? So that kind of marks our second section about course, how the course is going to get delivered. When will I start attending the placements? How my class will work like? And the physical classroom is the same, right? You come to the center and do it. Here you do it in online. That's the only difference. Let us take some, take some questions now. Okay. Banu is asking, that company was, I don't know, I think there's a question. Okay. So I have experience, but no documents, what to do? Oh, this is a problem. Okay. You somehow need to arrange that, Banu. Okay. Even this startup doesn't matter. Basically, they have to be a registered entity with Indian government, basically the GST, etc. They should have registered. Please go and get a document, because without document, you might be questioned. Okay. Please go ahead and get the document from them. Okay. Don't leave them. Okay. Any company which has recruited you, whether it's a startup, mid-size, big-size company, they have to get a document. And please ensure that you get a proper document if you are having work experience, right? Because you'll be questioned later. Okay. Don't leave it. Okay. Then Kiran is asking, is there any provision to access recorded videos for offline classes for students who are unable to attend any specific session? No, Kiran. Okay, we will not be giving you a recorded session of videos for the offline students, because you're coming physically, no, right? You miss it, you miss it. And the mode of delivery is little different, you see, right? The online, the students, the way they learn is little different than the offline. So that way we don't want to confuse you. So we don't want to give you the recorded videos to offline students. Okay. So what type of document needed? Please tell. So that is the basic things. Your offer letter, if you worked in the previous company, your relieving letter or an experience letter, right? The pay slips, right? Or if you got any salary revision or a promotion. So whatever the typically any company is supposed to give, you should carry. Okay. That's what their companies would expect, right? Okay. Please unmute, sir, to talk. I think, Ope, you're able to hear me, right, guys? Hope I am audible to all of you. Because Muttana is telling he's not able to hear me. I don't know whether his problem is his side or my side. Okay, yeah. People are telling they're able to hear me. Okay. Should aspiring VLSI design engineers should join this? No. Often what happens is VLSI and embedded systems we kind of mix together, but they're entirely different. So don't confuse, don't get confused. That's about all about hardware. And embedded systems, whatever we are teaching, it's about programming software. So don't confuse. If you are want to have a career in VLSI, go and do a VLSI course. Don't confuse between embedded. They're very different. Okay. Satish is asking, sir, tell me about embedded software engineer, embedded hardware engineer, and IoT, which is the best in future for jobs and higher studies. So as I already told you, hardware comes before software. Okay. For example, when I wanted to make a device, let us say I want to make let us say a wearable watch, right? So first the hardware has to come. The hardware goes through multiple iteration. Again, this consists of two major pieces: the board part of it, and the chipset, and then the related peripherals part of it, right? So that's what happens in the hardware. That's a very different thing. So when the hardware is ready, then the software comes into picture, which gives the life to the hardware and makes it perform a different functionality. For example, you can say my hardware is my body and the software is my breath, right? Okay, without they can't exist separately, right? They need to coexist. Only a body, no oxygen, dead body, right? Oxygen is that no body, it's of no use, right? So they need to come together. So again, from a career point of view, hardware and software, they both give very good opportunity. But the importance of software, if you ask me honestly, in the last few years, it's been only growing. Today, any smart things, we talk about smart car or smart manufacturing or a smartphone. The smartness today, when we say smartphone, why do we say smartphone? It is not because of hardware, right? It is because of the smart operating system called Android, which is having so many apps on top of it, right? That's why we say it's a smartphone, right? So today the power of software is very good. So that way I would suggest that hardware is there, definitely it's also growing, because the AI/ML, if you see, right, if you want to run such a powerful algorithm, your hardware also needs to support that. So there's a lot of development is happening in the hardware side also. But if you see, based on my knowledge, software is going at a tremendous pace. So it offers a very good career opportunity. Okay. Hope that clarifies. Okay, yeah. Gomasu Venkateshwarlu. So I completed my MTech in 2014. Is there any problem in placement? From 2014, I'm working as a faculty in engineering college. No problem. As I already told you, good number of our students, they come from academic background. They have been assistant professors. So, but important thing is you need to focus on skill building. And when you go to the interview, you don't need to hide anything. We are very, as I said, be transparent. Tell, from 2014, I was a professor, and this is what I did. In 2023, I did this particular course. This is a skill. Let them evaluate. And please note, a good number of the assistant professors or associate professors joined our course, and they also achieved career transition. It's very much possible. No issues, Venkateshwarlu. Okay. So I'm 2009 pass out BE and 2012 pass out ME. Will I get placed in good MNC with a good package? I think I already told you the answer is yes. Okay. My point is, don't bother about year of pass out, don't bother about branch, don't bother about percentage. My only worry is skill building. Focus on skill building, rest all will happen. Okay. Kumar Gaikwad is asking questions. Can I apply placement rate as per my requirement, or is it not a compulsory seat for you to drive you got? That's a very good question. Okay, I'll show you the Google group also, how the placement process works. That's the next and the last section we are talking about, right? It is your wish. Okay, suppose you are not happy with certain parameters. Let us say, sir, I don't want to apply companies with so and so salary package. So I don't want to apply for the company which is having so and so, city, right? It's your wish. We are not going to force you. But once you apply, once you get a job, first job you need to take. This is what I'm telling. You can very well say, I don't want to apply, no problem. Nobody is going to force you from your side. Don't worry. Okay. Rubin Shah is asking, if 2 or 3 days are absent class, how to compensate the class? If you're an online student, you'll be given a recorded video. If you're an offline student, You need to, probably take help from your friends and lab mentors and make it. But please note, guys, absenteeism is strictly not allowed. The reason being, ours is a heavily practically driven course. In the beginning itself, you are coming with a mindset that do din chutti lunga, right? It doesn't work like your college, right? Bunk maar diya, right? Chutti le liya, or if I get my friend's notes and copy from it, it won't work. Because hands-on, you miss it, you miss it. You're not going to get back, right? So it is your responsibility to make it up. Okay, we will not be giving any backup classes, nothing, because our mentors will be having so much of load. They'll be running with a batch, right? You need to make it up for by yourself. Okay. Venkatesh Verlu, I think I already answered your question. Okay. Sir, can you move to software in future with this course, right? See, it's already a software job only we're talking about. Only thing is, see, you guys will have a lot of confusion, right? Anything in this world today is driven by software. Let us be very clear with it, right? So what type of a software? A software which is more closer to the hardware, which understands the peripherals, which understand the processor, which understand the interrupt controller, which understands various communication protocols. That software or low-level software we call it as an embedded software, right? Or firmware. That's what we are going to teach in this course, right? Then comes the application software. Once this software is ready, then comes the application software. So the application software is what our mobile application, web application, where the technology like Java, JavaScript, Python, and all used, right, to build a web application or mobile application. That is what you guys call as an IT job, right? IT job is nothing but involved in development, testing, maintenance of an application software, whereas I'm talking about embedded, which comes one layer below. Hope that's clear, right? For example, if you want me to equate with a pizza, right? Any pizza that you go, there is a base, there is a cheese, right? That is embedded software. On top of it, you put whatever flavor you want. You want to put a vegetable flavor, you want to put some non-vegetarian flavor, whatever flavor you want to, that is your IT or an application software. The skill that is required to make a pizza on the base is very different from throwing a flavor on top of it, right? I'm not oversimplifying software. I'm just trying to give an analogy. Okay, that's how you can relate to it, right? Because people have a lot of confusion. Oh, core means I don't need to do programming. Core doesn't solve. I will do some design. What design you are going to do, right? And especially in India today, if you ask me, all the recruitment companies which is shown you already, they are hiring for embedded software roles only. You are going to do coding or testing using the C, Linux, whatever the skill set that we have demonstrated. Hope that's clear. Kiran is asking, is the personality development program offered monthly for a continuous growth and improvement? Oh, this is a very interesting question, right? Please understand, Kiran, in Emertxe, we don't believe in personality development program. Okay. Similarly, I think there was some question somebody asked, sir. I wanted to ask, yeah, I didn't answer. I answered slightly different, but let me answer this, in a different way now, right? Some student asked, sir, I'm weak in English. Can you teach me in Tamil? Right? One student has asked, right? Some participant, right? So if you ask me, all this, and whenever I run any class right now, I cannot ask you guys. When I do a physical induction class, I ask students, right? Hey, can you raise the hand if you believe that your communication skills is average or below average, right? Majority of the hands will go. Majority of them, right? So I tell them your problem is not communication skills. All of you know good English. Believe me, you studied English for quite some time, right? Your problem is not English. Your problem is confidence. Let me repeat. Your problem is not a communication skills problem. Your problem is a confidence problem. Why you are not confident? Because you have not learned things in a hands-on way. You studied things in a theoretical fashion, whereas the interviewer is going to evaluate you based on practical skills. Obviously, your confidence level will be low, right? Imagine, right? I've been playing test cricket, and all of a sudden I'm asked to play T20 cricket. How do I feel? I feel very different, even though it's a game of cricket, right? The same thing applies here also. You study the, but when you build your confidence, when you do hands-on programming, your confidence will go. When the confidence will go up, communication will naturally happen. All of you already have a great personality. You don't need to believe in it. You don't need to worry about it. Just because there's so much gaga going around, right? Spoken English classes, personality development classes, body language classes, all those things, right? All boil down to confidence, right? Put your heart and soul in this course, do your practicals properly, build your projects properly, write a wonderful resume. Automatically your confidence will go up, your personality will improve. This is a common answer for all of you. Where she said, no, whether you join your course, this course, that course, doesn't matter. Just go and retrospect yourself today, right? The problem is not a communication skills problem. All of you have studied for 21, 22 years, right? Till 22 years, right? Almost like 12 years of school education plus 4 years of engineering education, right? 16, 17 years you studied minimum. all can do a wonderful communication thing. The problem is confidence. Okay. So Vinuta is asking, so if one company selected but not release the offer, can we attend the other interviews again? So see, it doesn't happen. See, again, this question comes where students also get into this question, right? Especially looking into these scenarios where companies are told the offer letter, but they're not given the joining date. Right? Please note all the recruiting companies. Please take a very serious note here, right? All the recruiting companies, whenever they come and recruit from us, they ask you to join immediately. Okay, they ask you to join immediately. It's not like, for example, what is happening in the job market today. They would have given in the third year, they would have given an offer letter, right? They are not given the joining date yet. That doesn't happen with any companies at all. They give a joining date today, they may ask you to join by Wednesday or Thursday. Yes, there's a catch here for working professionals who have got a notice period, which our placement team will work it out. We want you to properly service your notice period and then come. Get a proper relieving letter and come. This is for working professionals. Apart from that, we don't have a scenario where if the company has given an offer but they don't honor offer. That companies and all, they don't come. Don't worry, right? These companies have been repeatedly hiring. They understand us very much. We trust them. They trust us. This mutual trust is built for so many years. It doesn't happen with Emertxe at all. Don't worry about that. Thank you very much, sir. Venkateshwarlu. Can diploma in EC insufficient, sir? Say Jairaj. No, Jairaj. At least companies these days are expecting to be having a BE BTech, right? Or ME MTech, of course, right? So minimum qualification is B. You can be from any branch, but at least BE BTech is required. Okay. Show me the IoT course syllabus. Nimisha is asking. So Nimisha, just go and check it on our website. There's an IoT course tab. You just click there. Just browse through the syllabus. You'll be able to figure it out. Okay. Then Akhil is asking, can we negotiate the salary with the HR in the HR round? For freshers, no. But the students who are just out of college, for working professionals, you can try. Because what happens is for entry level, whenever they come to us, we publish the salary. I'll show you the job application. That's the next section we're going to talk about. Okay, so that's the whole idea. Okay, so if you have some experience, you can negotiate it for a better salary, no issues. For placement drive, we don't have to come to the office, right? Kumar Gaikwad, I already clarified today. 65% of the drive happens online, so you don't need to come anywhere. 35% of the drive, happens either in our office or you need to go to the company's place and attend. Okay. Sir, I'm 2021 pass out. Any problem with placement? Ask Nagaraja Pujari. No, absolutely no. Then Abhishek Reddy, if I got placed in a company, can we apply other companies also? No, I think I already clarified. Repeat question. Okay. Sudhakar is asking, if I place in a company before course completion, I complete full course or go to the job. What's the process? Nice question. Okay. So I told you can apply after the 4th month, right? Okay. Whether you're an online student, offline student, online morning student, doesn't matter, right? So as I said, the moment you get an offer, as I already told, you need to join immediately. So which means they what you are kind of logically are going to discontinue your course. Especially this happens for our offline students, right? Offline students is impossible. Join karna, right? So the moment you join, what we do in Emertxe, we don't want to just say, oh, placement ho gaya, wash your hands. We don't want to do that, right? We want to ensure that you completely skill yourself. That's our always the goal, right? So what happens in Emertxe side, we give an option to all the students to get placed before the course gets over. Any batch, it may be offline batch, online morning batch, right? You can continue the pending modules. Suppose 7 modules are there, right? 5 modules you completed, you got a job. You have 2 modules pending. Those 2 modules automatically you can come and enroll yourself for a online evening batch. Online evening batch, I already showed you, it happens between 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. After your office hours, you can attend those classes and then complete the pending modules. Okay, there's no extra fees or anything like that. You can just need to tell our team, they will shift you from they know, you can tell, okay, sir, ma'am, I got placement, they'll understand. They'll shift you to the appropriate batch where the similar things is happening. 5 module over, 6th module is starting. They'll put you in that batch. You can complete the pending modules there. Sudhakar, hope that's clear. Clarifies your question. Okay. Then we have, again, diploma, I already clarified. Okay. Venkateshwar is asking, sir, during the course 10 or 12 project will be done. Sir, any other cost for this project? Our total project with free of cost. Please explain, sir. See, the projects are part of the course. There is no extra fee for that. The one particular fee which our team will be telling you, our counseling team will be telling you, that is inclusive of everything. including the project, courseware, placements, everything, including you're going to pay only one fee. That's all. There's no extra fees for a project, blah blah blah, nothing, right? Only one fee. Jacob is asking, sir, can I do the course in Mac Boom? Will simulator work or I need to install any software? I'm not sure, Jacob. It should be, because generally these days open source is compatible, but I'm not sure. You can, enroll the course and take the suggestion from our technical mentors. Because I don't teach microcontroller. I used to teach Linux long time back, but as I said, I moved out. I do placements. So, but yeah, you can check with our mentors later. Kumar Gaikwad is asking, apology for a lot of questions. No need to apologize. Kumar Gaikwad, as I already said, this is the best part of the webinar, right? Otherwise, same slide, maybe bore ho jata hu na. Ask as many questions as possible, right? Is companies coming from Pune or Maharashtra location? Just give me a second. I'll just show you guys a distribution of these companies, okay? Let me, last month, I showed it to my students. 1 minute. Let me pull that slide for you guys. Let me unshare this. So you can see the slide there where we analyzed the companies which have come from January to May. 5 months we took, right? It's a kind of 1.5 month old data we analyzed, right? You see, this is how the distribution works, right? We had, 360 companies coming and conducting 529 drives, right? Because every company comes multiple times, right? Please note, this is data from Jan to May, right? From May onwards, we're not calculated. We still need to analyze, right? It's about 1.5 months back we did this analysis, right? If you see here, still out of the 360 companies, 209 companies are from Bangalore. It's already mentioned, right? If you look at next to that, who is coming? Next to that, who is coming is nothing but our Pune, Mumbai region only. That which is, I think, is growing quite fast with respect to embedded electronics type of jobs, right? You can see there 50 companies have come from Pune and Mumbai put together. Okay. Then where the companies have come, right? You can see from Chennai we had 32 companies have come. And then we had even, NCR, we had 21 companies like that, right? Then you have Gujarat, Hyderabad, right? And if you look at companies like others, right? Some small cities, Rajasthan, 2 companies, etc., etc., right? So this is a distribution just to be give a perspective about where these companies are coming from. As predominantly we are Bangalore centric because Bangalore is a tech headquarters of India. Plus we are based out of Bangalore. We all have connections in Bangalore, right? Placement connections are in Bangalore. Largely they come, but yeah, our idea is also to bring in more companies from other cities. That's the reason why we see the Pune Mumbai region is also growing quite well. Okay, Kumar Gaikwad, hope this clarifies your question. Okay. Offline, online, which is better? Sharad is asking. If you ask me a honest open answer, online. Why I say online? Because of 2 reasons. One, in terms of your learning effectiveness, you are not going to miss anything, right? Absolutely no issues with that. Second, your online course is cost effective, my friends, right? Suppose you need to come to Bangalore, people know who are staying in Bangalore or ever travel to Bangalore, the cost of living is quite high, right? Living cost, rental cost. Now the rental cost has significantly increased. For example, students, travel cost, food cost, right? So significantly it's going up, right? So, until you get into a proper job or something like that, so it is better, you guys, work, study online. Anyways, you're not going to miss anything, right? You are going to completely save the cost, 6 months cost, right? Your living cost itself is quite high. Okay, so go for online. Okay. Then Muttanna is asking, sir, we have offer letter from the another company, how we can use for the placements? It's okay, you can just tell. So I don't think that will make any difference because because this is again becoming very common among our students where they already have an offer, right? It's okay, you can just mention, that should be fine. But it's not going to impact positively or negatively. They will assess you how well you perform in the interview itself, right? Okay, just one additional information, that's all. Then we have Chaitra Nagesh. My company is working on embedded system and Linux Qt, sir. I want to join, sir. I want course from the scratch. I'm a 2019 CSE. Yes, you are welcome, Chaitra. Every subject, I showed the video already, and array concept has explained it. She is explaining as if she's explained to kid, right? Everything from the scratch, slowly only we teach. Okay, no worries. After course joining, when the placement will start, I think I already showed you the timeline. After the 4th month, how long it will take, I already clarified. And then we have Tatya Sahib Kamgal, 2018 pass out. Can you try for a fresher? See, again, I'm telling you, it's not about a fresher or a experience. It's about, a particular position these companies are hiring for. No era pass out issue. Okay, more than 75% of companies don't care. So Chaitanya is asking, so how do you assess the effectiveness of the online courses compared to offline courses? I already answered, right? Our online is as effective as online and cheaper also. Okay. Abhishek Reddy, the guy who got placed in highest package from the institute, is a fresher or a working professional? Okay, this is a very interesting question, right? Okay, if you see our website, if I'm not wrong, I think our highest package says 28.75 lakhs, right? And previously we used to call 22 lakhs or 23 lakhs, I don't remember. Maybe 3-4 lakhs, little bit less, right? So both the placements happen with Qualcomm. So what happens with Qualcomm? Somebody is just a pass out. Somebody is like, for example, a 2023 pass out, right? For them, what they do, they fit it in one level, entry level, right? And what they do, if they have some experience, they fit it at a next level. Okay. So today, if you ask me, the 27.75 is a next level guy who is our evening batch student. I think he was working in TCS. He studied our course along with working in TCS. He had about 2 years of work experience. That's why he got into 27.75 lakhs, right? But if you're a pure fresher in Qualcomm, I think that is around 24, 25, around maybe few lakhs come because they will fit you one level below. So they want to value that experience. That's all. The delta is few lakhs. That's all. But yeah, 20 plus is sure for both the cases. Okay, Abhishek, hope that's clear. Okay. Upon completing each module, will there be any test or assessment as a part of? Yes, every module will have module test, weekly test, quizzes, mock interviews, right? Viva OC. Lot of things are mentors do because I don't want to complicate this particular presentation, by loading you with a lot of information, right? But yeah, mentors do a thorough assessment of every module, right? What is the criteria of placements? I already clarified our placement eligibility. Okay. Is there any effect on placement because of color blindness in embedded system domain? Amar, I have not heard so. Okay, if you ask me, even I've been in the same domain. In fact, one of my, if I remember correctly, one of my managers who used to report to me in Huawei, who had a color blindness, right? So I don't think there is any issue because of that. He used to tell me, "Saab wo lal pila mein samajh mein nahi aata." I understand that. I don't think there is any issue because of color blindness. Banu is asking, sir, my 12% is 57%, less is above 70%. Can I get good opportunity having good skills? Of course, yes, no problem. What is NCR? Nimisha, okay, New Delhi Capital Region, NCR. So basically, Delhi, Gurgaon, Noida, right? That hub is called NCR, right? Then Kiran is asking, approximately 12 projects you mentioned assigned individually or in groups to students. Are they designed to simulate real world industry projects? See, it's an individual project. Everybody will be assigned with the same project, but will be implementing it individually. Those projects are derived based on real-time industry use case. Correct. Okay. Because you cannot give a real-time project as it is. It will be too big, right? So what is done? We cut a piece from there. That is what we will be doing. Okay. Can you apply for only Bangalore-based company? No problem. It is your wish. We are not going to force you, right? Rutuja is asking, can we give interview for a company with higher package compared to company we got offer from the lower package? No, I already said no. The moment you got one offer, you need to go. High, low doesn't matter, right? Can you please introduce to our mentor? Oh my God, it's a 80 plus people, man. I will not be able to introduce. It's a too big a team, right? They're well qualified. Okay, they'll both the class mentors and lab mentors, right? They have extensive, hands-on exposure to whatever they teach, right? I'll not be able to introduce everyone. It's a too big a team to introduce now. Okay, mentors, same both practical theory. No, they're different. We call class mentors and lab mentors. The class mentors are the one who will be running the classes and the theory part and the hands-on part. For the lab, there'll be more than one mentor. Typically, we deploy 2 mentors. If the batch is big, sometimes even we deploy 3 lab mentors. Okay, so they're different. Okay, what is the platform for online class? Same platform. There's no difference as such. We use Linux as a primary platform and use the same tool, the GoToMeeting, GoToWebinar for the classes. That's all. Okay. can you choose in between product service based companies? We need to go and join. See, I already told you, whichever comes first, you need to join. Okay, product, service, small, big, doesn't matter. Okay, what is the next batch starting after the August one? I don't know, Kartika, as of no, I have dates till August. Every month we start batch towards the last week of every month. But I think in July it's filled quite fast. That's why I think, very shortly we're already closed, I guess, for offline, if I'm not wrong. After August, I don't know, but yeah, September there will be batches towards the last week of every month. Okay. When is the next evening batch? I'll show you batch timings. I'll show you next batch, everything, right? Okay. I heard from one of my senior who completed a course in Emertxe only. He has completed course after 9 months. Can you please add a few words on that? It takes that much time. Chaitra Badr Shetty. Oh, nice question, Chaitra. This is a complaint we get every in fact, as I told you, this is the 10th year for me with Emertxe, right? This is one complaint which is there constantly. Okay, let me explain what it is. Right? So she's asking, sir, I heard course get delayed 7 months, 8 months. And you say 6 months. In fact, many of you heard, वो बोलते हैं 6 महीना, वो 6 महीने में होता नहीं है, वो 7 महीना, 8 महीना, even sometimes more than that, right? Let me explain what happens, right? Okay. So when we start this program, right, it's a 6 months well planned, right? Day one, what need to be done, and every module, every mentor has got an estimation, right? For example, Linux system, how many days, right? C programming, how many days? Everything well structured. Its overall thing is 6 months. Okay. But we have two choices here, Chaitra, and all of you, please listen. Whenever you hear the delay and all those parts, right? We have two choices. Okay, one is, can we run this particular course like the way how we run some display? Yeah, can we run this particular course like the way how you run your college semester? College semester, what happens? The entire calendar get published. Tuck, 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 right? Everything goes as per that. Day one, month 6, last day, things get over, So we can do that. In fact, if we do that, our mentors will be very happy because their job becomes easy, right? Our job, right? Please note, our job is not that. Our job is to ensure that you guys kill yourself, and whatever it takes, we need to make it happen. Because otherwise, if you don't skill, you don't be successful in the placements, right? So because of that, what happens, like when they see a particular batch, right? They give some deadline. He said, hey, you need to submit all the assignments by Wednesday. And the mentor sees that 70% of them is not submitted, right? So what the mentors do is the mentors give extra time for you to complete the assignment. Please note, right? They can very well go ahead, but we have been very strictly told mentors saying that no, we don't want to student complete, because if they don't complete, they'll not be able to clear the placements, right? So that's the reason what happens is between one module to another module, majorly, right, we give extra time. So this kind of adds up. That is what our students say, it is a delay. My request to all of you is that please don't use the word delay, use the word called investment, because those days the mentors are going to be with you. We're not going to leave all of you go for a vacation in some other place, right? No, it is investment, right? By doing that, they're spending more time with you, right? By doing that, it's only going to benefit you in terms of placements. Okay, yes. And if you ask me, can I run from month 1 to month 6? Yes, we can, no problem. But placements will not come, right? So I'm okay to take a hit for 3 months or 2 months more, but I want all my students to be placed. See, by putting extra effort, it is also effort from us, right? It is also, if you do a simple, cost mathematics, right? In a very typical businessman terms, it is additional cost for us, right? But we are okay to bear that cost. We are okay to bear that particular effort because we want to ensure you guys learn. So this is the answer to all of you. When you hear that delay, right? This is the answer. But naya nahi hai. Oh, 10 saal mein 10th, people from day one, even when I used to teach, right? I see the students are not learning. I'll go slow. I'll ensure that all of them learn. Until you learn, I'll not go to the next topic. I used to tell, right? That's the same approach mentors are following even today. Hope it's clear, Chaitra. Offline demo class. No, there's no offline demo class. Okay, even online also there's no demo class. We just show that offline there's no demo class. Okay. Rubin's asking online batch students highest salary. Are yaar, I think even the 27.75 guy is an online student only. Okay. But again, don't distinguish embedded, IoT, online, offline, do all those mathematics. If you study well, even if you get a very good salary, it doesn't matter. Okay, it's like saying, right, the batsman will score in any pitch. Don't blame the pitch, right? If you're a good batsman, you can score runs. Same thing here. If you prepare well, any batch, any course, you'll get a good salary. As simple as that. Percentage criteria, no. Can you choose? I think we clarified. +2 marks, we clarified. Okay. Mahindra is saying, is there any possibility that we don't want to join a particular companies even after getting offered? No. I already clarified. You get us selected, you need to join. But you can very well not apply in the beginning. That's fine. But when you get selected, you have to join. There's no choice. Okay. The classroom will be interactive, right? Of course, yes. Okay. As I said, right? Of course, yes. The virtual room itself is so interactive. Physical class will be even more interactive. Right? Is there a class timing fixed for the entire course or change? It will change. Module to module, the times will be changing. Okay, depending on the mentor availability, depending on the classroom availability, it will change. Okay. Nagaraja is asking, the mock test performance depends about placement opportunity will give. Yes, you have to clear your placement mock interview, then only will give. Okay. Nagaraja, it will be good if you can also work on your spelling. Yeah. Okay. इतना अंग्रेजी में मर जाऊंगा पढ़ के. Please work on your English. I'm sorry to say this. Your English looks like Greek and Latin for me. Please take care of your pronunciation. Okay. Banu is asking, is there any 8-hour daily schedule? No, it's not 8 hours. We give you, you can be with us for about 4 to 5 hours. But yeah, after going home, you need to practice. Okay, that will only be going to helpful. Right? Kumar Gaikwad is asking, can I sit for placement right during the course without certificate of completion? I think I already clarified. Kumar, you're late. I already clarified it. You can start applying after the 4th month. Okay, you don't need to complete this thing, right? Rahul is asking, sir, TR3 colleges are available or not in placement? What do you mean by TR3? I think tier 3, yeah? Okay, that's what you mean by TR3. There's no TR1, TR2. You show your skill, people will get you. And even if you look at the college names, whatever I showed you, right? They're not from any, tier 1 college, right? They're all humble, simple people. They build the skill, as simple as that. Okay. Abhishek Reddy says, sir, I don't know any knowledge of programming languages C, C++. Will you teach from the basic? Yes, everything is start from the scratch. I think Mahindra clarified. Is there any problems with backlog sitting in placements? Asked Chaitanya. Yes. Okay. Backlog, please listen. Okay. So when you have a backlog, we suggest you clear all the backlog, then you apply for placements. The reason is, when you join the company, they will ask for your provisional degree certificate. So what we tell students who are having backlogs, clear the backlog, then you start applying for placements. Okay. Don't have any standing. If you had a backlog and you clear, that's fine, no problem. If you have a standing arrears or standing backlog, ensure you clear. Okay, then you apply for placements. Okay. Okay. New batch, I'll come to that. Okay. Then Mahindra is asking, is there any chance that you can provide recordings for the daily live session regular? See, every day we give for online students, right? Every day the recorded session will be given, online students, but not for offline students. Okay. Every day the recorded session will be put into LMS, you can access. What is the minimum offer we can get? In what criteria? It depends. I don't know. I'm not getting your question, Banu. Okay, if you can be a little bit more clarified, it will be okay. Course completion given the certificate, yes, we will be giving you a certificate. And by the way, we are also affiliated with Skill India. Okay, you will also get an opportunity to get certification from Government of India. Okay, so I think I'll pause here. I'll go back to the last section, few minutes. Then we'll try to take some more questions. Okay, all right. So we saw from placements, right? We'll just explain from the placement overall. So this is how our placement process works. Basically, you guys will be added to a Google group. I'll also show you a Google group shortly, where you'll be given entire information about the placements, right? You can check that, and then you can apply for that. And then to reach our placement team, they'll do filtering, and then they share with the placement company, and then they kind of conduct the process, and finally the offer happens. So we saw two scenarios here. You get placed before the course, and then you saw a scenario where you get placed after the course, and then how it works, 2 years of placement support, etc. Right? So that's the thing. Let me quickly show you guys the group, our Google group. Give me a minute. Let me open it up for you guys. Okay. So this is our Google group, guys. See, we put our data, as I mentioned, right? Like we put our all the placement companies information in, in our social media, website and all. But that takes some time because you float an application, then the drive happens, then you publish, and then our placement team need to inform our social media team, our website team, right? It takes some time. But this, whatever seeing your Google group is a live telecast. Whatever is happening today, it will be there. For example, today, if you see today. Today is being Monday. Monday generally is quite busy. You can see right today itself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 applications have been floated. And monthly we conduct a placement meeting, which I meet along with my team. So July meeting has been announced, right? And you can see here every day. You can see here, right? Every day everything is being mentioned here. Okay. And we can go and show also. I'll just show you. You can see right every July 12th, you see so many applications, new applications have come. Then the shortlisting happens, who got selected. By the way, our team will be creating separate Google groups also, okay? And then they will be, communicating with you, right? You can see here. So I'll just show you one example. Let's say Dan Law, right? So it will show very clearly what module you should have completed, right? Say they say 70% throughout academics, but they say in what 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, everybody can apply, right? And then what is the salary, no active backlog. So 4.5 for the BE Tech, 5.5 for the MEM Tech, right? Like that, right? But any bond is there, right? What is the work from office? Everything will make it very clear, and then you can apply. So like that, every application you can, if you go and open, right, it will take quite some time. But these are all the job applications. Okay. So once you part of this particular course, you will be given access to this Google group, so where you can start applying. But please note, before that to get eligible, as I said, no, our placement team, our mentoring team should give clarity, go ahead with the placement team, then you can start applying. Okay. So that's pretty much what I wanted to tell. And yeah, so one more thing I want to show is the NSDC certificate. Give me a minute, because you get 2 certificates, one through Emertxe and another is through NSDC or the National Skill Development Corporation. Give a minute. Yeah, this is a certificate. This, please note, this you need to apply after you complete all the modules as per the NSDC norms. And once you do this, there will be a assessment panel will be coming from the NSDC or the Skill India initiative. This there will be a written test and a Viva OC, and this we plan it on a weekday, Saturday online. Okay. Because by the time you complete all the modules, good chunk of the students get placed. So we don't want you to come physically, etc. And also online students cannot come anyways, right? So, and people may be placed in different cities, etc. So it will be Saturday. You need to keep a half day or till 3 or 4 o'clock. They will assess you and then they will give you this particular certificate, right? This certificate will come to us, and as per their norms, we should be giving you the hard copy. So we'll be taking a printout, scan it, rather the sign it. There's a place to sign our institute's name and everything. We'll be laminating it and then we'll be couriering it to you. Okay, so this is a opportunity to get a level 5 certification from Government of India, from Ministry of Entrepreneurship and Skill Development, right? And of course, we also provide Emertxe certificates, right? Okay. So this is pretty much what it is. Now people ask me about the dates, right? So let us go back and check the dates. I think I forgot to update the dates in my slide, so I'll go and show it in the website itself. The old dates. Right. So you can see here our offline, basically the classroom-based one. 26th July, kind of day after tomorrow, is where we are starting. If I'm not wrong, you can check with the counseling team, but the update that I got is kind of admissions closed for that. Okay, they're not taking any more admissions, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, please check with them. So the next offline batch is starting on 17th August. Right, that's a offline batch. And for online, yeah, online the admissions are open in the July itself. One is for the online day batch, that is 28th July, another 4 days down the line. and 1st of August is where we have our evening batch, right? So these two batch, they're still taking admissions, but I think offline this 26th July, I think it's closed. You can check with them, right? How you can check with them? I think pretty much all of you know that. Okay. Let me again anyway show you guys the slide here. Okay. So this is the contact details. Training@emertxe.com is their email ID, and then there's a phone number, common ID, common phone number. Anything about the dates, fees, scholarship, etc., etc. Please either email or call that number. One of our counselors will pick it up, and then they will answer you guys. And of course, if you want to physically come and meet them, also you're welcome. You can take, you can set up a time and then come and meet them if you want to physically come. Okay. So that's pretty much what I have. Let me see if I missed answering any questions. Okay. Okay. During the course, which kind of boards can we get to work on? Mahinda, I already clarified, right? For embedded course, it'll be a PIC board and a BeagleBone board. For IoT, it will be Arduino board and Raspberry Pi board. Okay, each course has got two different boards. Okay. Thanks much for the information. My pleasure to interact with you, says Kumar Gaikwad. My pleasure too, Kumar Gaikwad. Then Asif is telling, sir, I paid the registration fee for offline course. Can I pay fees on August 1st? Please talk to our counselors here. Okay, so they are the ones who deal with fees and all. I'm not the right person. Please talk to them. They're a different department. They will be able to help you. Okay. Okay. Banu is asking how much company prefer to offer good embedded guy in average. Right? It depends on the skill, Banu. Okay. It depends on the purely depends on the skill. Okay. It depends on that. I'll not be able to tell any number, right? If they, of course, we are a high skill, they are able to pay high, as simple as that. So Nimisha is asking, sir, I reach home 8:15 p.m. only. I attended the evening class during my travel only. After reaching home only, I am able to practice. Then I have to submit the daily assignments. Right? So this is a constraint which I understand, Nimisha. I would say you are the best person to work on it, right? How to schedule that. I understand. Typically, working professionals have this constraint, right? I would request, you work it out, because things don't come so easily, Okay, you need to come up with your own schedule, maybe, right? Okay. Course completion certificate, I think I clarified out, right? Let me see when it go up. Did I miss any questions? Embedded, yeah, batch timings. Let me see in the beginning, I think fee structure, mechanical engineer, multiple offers, AI adoption. I think pretty much I covered all the questions. Okay. Fee, as I said, Snehal, please talk to our counselors. They will be able to tell you. Okay. Thank you very much, sir, for clarifying my doubts, Venkateshwarlu. Thank you. My pleasure, Venkateshwarlu. Benny, I didn't get the, by any chance, I didn't like the course. Can I get the refund? No, we don't have a refund policy. Okay. If you paid the fees, it is non-refundable. Again. Okay. What is the fees? Please talk to our counselors. They will be able to tell you. Okay. All right. I think pretty much I done. Any more questions, guys and girls? These are our coordinates. Okay. Please, if you're in Bangalore, we are based out of MG Road. Okay. And then we are in LinkedIn and Insta. What is it? In case you're not, okay. Like, share, subscribe, whatever, right? Please follow us to get regular updates. In case if you're not, please answer my question, Tatya Sahib. Tatya Sahib, can you type once again? Maybe I missed yours. It went little upar niche chala gaya. Ek aur baar type kariye. Looking forward to joining Emertxe, says Saurav. My pleasure, Saurav. Same. I'd like to see you. If you can work at a company for 8 to 10 years in bond. I don't know, Rubinsha, what question you're asking? Okay. 8 to 10 years वाला bond कुछ होता नहीं है यार. होता तो 2 साल 3 साल का होता है, right? And again, the concept of bond is very different, right? Okay. we'll spend a lot of time in a monthly meeting. No, we'll discuss that only. Okay. Is there any scholarship test? No, not as of now, Vinuta. Okay. As of now, we're not conducting any. Sir, can batches sit in all? Can both batches sit in all placements? Yes, whichever companies allow eligible, you can apply. No problem. Okay. Okay. Tate sir, my 12th 50% any issue for placements? No issues. Okay. Thank you for clear information, says Mutanna. My pleasure. So बॉन्ड खत्म होने के बाद वो कंपनी निकाल देंगे क्या? राहुल भाई, अभी मैं बॉन्ड के बारे में बात करूंगा ना, मुझे एटलीस्ट आधा घंटा लगेगा. ओके, बट डोंट सी बॉन्ड एज अ नेगेटिव थिंग. ओके, bond is put to ensure that, suppose a company, sorry, some companies say 2-year bond. 2-year means you minimum stay with for 2 years. Okay, any company would want you to stay beyond 2 years, right? 5 years, they all want to retain you for more than 2 years, right? Since they will be putting a lot of investment in you in the beginning, okay, मान लो मैं 6 महीने train किया आपको, right? आप 7वां महीने भाग गए, right? मेरा क्या होगा? To protect my interest, I say be with me for 2 years. That's why they make you sign a bond. That's all. Okay, it's not like, for example, आपको जंजीर लेके बांध देगा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, right? And 2 साल के बाद हाँ हो गया काम निकल. Please note, we are working in knowledge industry, guys, right? The more knowledge you have, it's reverse. Your company manager will be worried. अरे यार भाग जाए तो मेरा project का क्या होगा, right? So the more experience that you gain, any company want to motivate you and retain you. But the company also want to protect their interests, right? That's why they put a bond to ensure that at least you stay for minimum. After 3 years, what will happen? Nothing will happen. You continue in the same company. Please note, bond is different from contract. Often people get into confusion as they say, no, फिर अभी मैं 9:30 9:40 हो गया, फिर मैं explain करूंगा तो बहुत देर हो जाएगा, right? Okay. At least I just want to give you this basic gist of bond and then leave it to you guys, right? For online mode, which mode I can have interview? I think I already clarified, Banu. 65% you can attend online, 35% offline, which in the either come to Bangalore and attend. Okay. I'm from Gujarat. I want to place in Gujarat location after training. Anand is asking. Anand bhai, वो मुश्किल है. जितना कंपनी आ रहा है गुजरात से आप अप्लाई करो. ओके, गारंटी तो नहीं दे सकते हम. मैंने पूरा दिखा दिया ना सूची पूरा, कौन सा कंपनी किधर से आ रहा है, बल्कि आपकी मर्जी, राइट? जो करना करो उसके साथ. Okay, and then if I join in August in batch means time there is any course to do. In the meantime, nothing else, nothing as such you can do. You can directly come and join. Okay, walk-in or online? Online only. Okay, 35% are offline. That's what I meant. Right? Sir, will you handle classes for we guys? I do some workshops, Mutanna. I'm not doing extensive classes as such, right? I do conduct my monthly placements meeting, Disha workshops, I still do. But yeah, classes, labs, my technical mentors take care. Mubin and the team take care. I'm from the placement side. Okay? Which company provides food, accommodation, and cab facilities for selected candidates? I don't know, Abhishek Reddy. Okay, Utna Zoom class laga ke I don't see. Okay, I don't know. Ask me. Okay. Offline course date, Madhvesh Digavi, I already showed you. It will be on August 17th or 18th. That's the next offline batch. I think July 27th or 28th offline is almost closed. Or not almost, it's closed if I'm not wrong. Just check with our counselors. Okay. All right, guys, I think it's 9:40. I know typically, we start at 7 o'clock and the time pulls through. Okay. Generally we take more time. So finally, all I have to say is, welcome. Okay. So thank you very much for your time and asking so many questions. As I said, still some of the questions are coming up. If I miss any offline classes, how to recover? You need to manage, Mutanna. Okay. They won't be giving any recordings. Okay. Okay. So thank you for asking all the questions. I sincerely hope this has helped you to, if not, as I said, no, I'm not telling you come and join course. No, that's not the case. You are the decision maker. Right? Please make the right decision. My job, or Mubin would have come, you would have done the same thing to ensure that you guys are given the right information, right? With the right set of data points and clarify your questions. That is our job, right? Then it's up to you, okay, to take the right decision. So whatever the decision that you take, right? Okay, on behalf of Team Emertxe, I wish you all the very best to all of you, right? And this video, anyways, it's getting recorded. My team will do a little bit of trimming with me, right? Initially, we said hi, hello, and all. We just remove this. This will be uploaded into YouTube. They'll send a link. Open link will be sent to you in another maybe 2-3 days. You can watch again in case you missed, you join late or missed it or something, or you feel this can be helpful to your friends. Please feel free to share the video. There's nothing secret about it, right? All the monthly webinar videos are there in our webinar, this thing, right? All right, Madhvesh, August 17th, what will be the timing of the batch? Please talk to your counselor, Madhvesh. They are the right people to tell what time is the offline batch. Okay. So thank you very much. Can I get some feedback? How was the workshop? Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, coming. Very helpful. Lot of smileys coming. Roshan Raj, Janani, wow says Banu, and then Rahul, Karthik says thank you. Nice sir says Chaitanya. Thank you sir says Snehal. Can you get some more feedback? Did it help you? Did it clarify your questions? Mind is clear now, sir. Yes, this is the best thing I want, right? Dimag kula. Then you will take the right decision, whatever you want, right? Good sir says Nimisha. Okay, good sir. Thank you, sir. Good sir. A lot of good. Mutanna, Rubin Shah, Chaitanya, Nimisha, Vinuta, Jairaj, Snehal. Okay. Okay. Abhishek Reddy is asking, sir, I booked the seat by making 2K payment. When we have to pay the remaining amount? Again, Abhishek, wrong person. Please talk to our counselors. All the payment, installment, scholarship, discount, our counseling team are the responsible. I am not the person. Okay. Very helpful, sir, says Karthik Selvaraj. My pleasure, Karthik. Okay. All right, guys. I think I will let you guys go. Already dinner time. Even I am feeling hungry. Let me know. I also need to go home, right? I stayed back in office today. Typically, sometimes I do it from home, but today I thought I'll do it from office and go. So it's late for me also. I'm also feeling hungry. Have a good dinner. Take care. Bye.